There it goes. All right. Well, let's get started, folks. Pretty sure last we left, everybody was at the manor and everybody had just hit level 5, gotten some new abilities, gotten some cool new moves, some new magics, some people with some new dance moves. Dance battles were had.
That's right.
And some cameos were made by a few different characters, but all in all, I think everybody learned a little bit about themselves as a character. And you were given 2 decisions to make. You could either go to Oceania and help out Ember's uncle, who lives there and is having some sort of issue. They weren't very specific on what the details were. The other option was to go to Bluefield and delve into the mines there and figure out what was causing the workers to disappear, or who knows what's going on there. But the Oceania seemed a little more time sensitive, and after a couple beers at the tavern, everybody got to chit chat with Ember and decided on going to Oceania to help his uncle. And let me move you guys. We'll just go ahead and move to the travel map. So right now you guys are outside of Princeton, and it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like in about the span of maybe 2 days, on the cusp of the 3rd, you guys should be able to make it to Oceania no problem. And Ember has agreed to go with you guys. Does anybody want to lead the way on this trip?
Sure, why not?
All right. Whoever is going to be leading, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
I'll give you a little bit of guidance.
$16. Guidance is the D4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
D4.
17.
Nice.
That helped.
All right.
So much. I swear,
So-
like, I got a decimal better of sight.
So you guys get probably about, I'd say, 6 to 7 hours into your journey. You guys are starting to get a little tired. You're looking around for a place to sleep for the night, and as you guys are continuing along the path, Tali, you pick up on some movement in the bushes, and it seems bigger than your normal animals that would be moving along the path. And as you start getting a little bit closer, you notice there's a downed tree in the middle of the road.
Huh.
I'll go ahead and move us to that scene.
I will put my weasel in my bag.
All right.
Safekeeping.
Got to keep the weasel safe, man.
Gotta keep the weasel safe.
Okay, so there's a new weasel. That wasn't part of the background from last time.
You were there for the weasel.
I thought the weasel died.
Yeah, and then
Oh,
was
no, it
brought,
was
he was brought back to life.
That's right. That's right.
Charles the
What's
weasel.
what's the marching order for you guys? Oh, I'm missing Tali. I need Tali. So Tali's going to be in front.
I'll be like in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, I'll probably be over next to Floats.
Okay.
Isaac will probably hang out in the back.
Rain as well.
Let's probably get it a little something like this. All right. So this is what you see. And Tali, you can see some movement in the bushes here and here.
Okay, Tally is going to turn. He's gonna contemplate for half a second. Like, should I tell? Well, I don't like him. I'll tell the others. And we'll point out the spots to the two behind her. And then she's going to gesture to herself and point at the bushes over here. This is signifying I'm going there.
I'll nod and I'll head south. And as I get into the bushes, I'm going to stealth.
All right. Whoever's going to stealth, go ahead and
Well,
roll me
down
some
here.
stealth checks.
Sure, I'll give it a shot. Ooh, that's
Yes.
good.
Floats is
Nice.
gonna see everybody else stealthing, so he'll stealth too.
All right.
I
Okay.
hear my cat, he's running around.
All right. So
Got a
everybody
9.
that's going to move. So we've got Tali. You said you're going to move up north towards this bush.
Yep, that's where I'm going.
Okay. And then everybody else, Heterek, you were moving up that way as well?
Oh, no, I was going to move south.
South. Okay.
To investigate this bush.
Okay. And then Floats? Where were you headed? Okay.
I would like to summon Barrow.
All right. Go get a barrow.
They're sold in your local stores now.
Hit all your major retailers.
I could see that
Alright.
happening at the Capitol.
And
Just
I'll
selling Barrow
send
figures.
send Barrow straight up maybe 30-40 feet into the air and see if that perspective gets us maybe a better look at whatever Tally was pointing at.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a perception check with advantage on barrow.
Okay.
Owl stats. Don't worry, I won't kill your owl with a
Turn it.
brick.
Where is it?
Oh,
There it is.
nice. 20. All right, with a 20. Barrow notices not only movement in this bush, but a little bit of movement in this bush too, close to where Heterek and Floats are getting.
Okay. As soon as I sort of realize that through Barrow's eyes, I'll sort of wait. We're currently stealthed, right?
Yes. Currently,
Okay, so I'll cast message to Haderek and say, "There's something in there."
Okay.
Can I make
Yeah, Heterek, go ahead.
perception or
Yes, roll me
investigation?
a perception check. $18. Let's see. Check something real quick. Yeah, so as you're creeping up on this bush, you notice this weird, and this guy is big. This big guy is just hanging out in the bushes. And right now, he is zeroed in on Fezzik over here. But he doesn't seem to notice you or floats. Or no, wait, what did floats roll?
9.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, no. Well, let's see. Hold on. Yeah. So, he seems to be zeroed in on floats right here. Waiting on floats to come in. And Tali, with your passive perception, as you start creeping up to this bush, you notice another very massive man hanging out in the bushes, zeroed in on Fezzik. And he is just waiting for Fezzik to get closer.
Okay, I'll take note of that. I'm trying to change something, but hold on. Roll 20 changed some stuff over here. I was trying to increase the size of the screen so I can see where everything is a bit easier, but... Alright, well then I'm going to... I don't recall if I like Physic or not. I don't hate him.
Do I like you? I don't know.
Well, I know I don't like one of you. I somewhat like Potato Thrower. I don't think I've decided on Physic, so Talia is going to just think and then rage and charge at this man. Just immediately.
Alright,
Oh,
so
shit.
as soon as you rage, everybody roll me initiative.
Boy.
It's not bad.
This is a very specific initiative.
Do want to say I do know I have the thing in my ear where I can use it, but Tally is not smart enough to think about that right now.
Okay. Get the... Cool. I'm just gonna roll one general initiative for these guys. Wow. Alright then. There it is. Add turn.
There we go.
These guys actually rolled pretty good. Alright, so we've got Physic, Floats, Night Piercer. Who am I missing? Hadrick. You got a 8? Okay, I can add you in.
Oh, that's right. I forgot to select myself for like
No worries.
one thing.
I
Thing
got
have
you.
to select yourself for.
Yeah, if you click your token.
Yeah.
But I can add you a turn in there. No big deal.
Blast. The 0 would have worked too.
Alright, so Physic, what is your dexterity?
My dex is +0.
Okay, well you get to go first because these guys are a -1.
Nice.
Nice. Nice.
So, can we fully see these? Have these guys stepped out into our view now?
So you just saw Tali rage and start running towards the shaking in the bushes. You can't quite make out, you didn't quite make out what was in the bush, but you know there's something there. So if you'd like to hit
okay.
it with a ranged attack, I would say you can do it with disadvantage. Because you can't quite make out what's in there yet.
However, it's Tally. It could be a squirrel.
That is also true.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this yet. I think Fezzik for now. I think he's just gonna take out Multi out of his pack and lay it down on the ground and get it ready if something happens.
Right.
Just a squirrel. Boom. It's not a squirrel.
Just want squirrel chunks. Alright, and Multi is on the board.
And then technically it's Multi's turn right after me, so it's just gonna hold its action until it sees something dangerous to attack.
Cool.
Then
So it's gonna shoot me.
Physic will call out to Talia. Talia, what's going on? What did you see?
Can I respond or? I don't know.
I would say if it's something quick, like if you're just gonna yell something out real quick.
Big thing, hit now.
Oh, okay. We got a big thing, everyone. Big thing, apparently.
Right. And with hearing that, the big thing will run up to Tali and is gonna take a swing at it with its big old great club.
Okay,
17 to hit.
that will hit.
Right. And it will hit for, wow, max damage. 18 reduced to 9.
I'll evasion then.
Evasion?
So half that even further.
Evasion?
Make sure I have that done.
Did you take rope?
Wait, no. Oh, never mind. Sorry, I'm used to a rogue. My bad.
Yeah.
Forget that.
I was like, I thought you were a barbarian.
I have a rogue that's similar, so I'm just like, it's the same size character and similar stats, so I'm like, I could do. It's my bad. It's so 9. Gotcha.
And then, Hatterick, you see another big guy come running out of the bushes. Still doesn't seem to notice you, but heads straight for Floats. And takes another swing with its great club at Floats. For a 7 to hit.
That won't hit. Now, have I seen him coming at me now?
Well, yeah, he just, like, busted up out of the bushes, seeing his other buddy over here take off running.
Okay.
So, they took it as the attack trigger when they saw that they had been made by the little goblin.
All right. So I'm gonna use my pole arm.
Okay. So as he charges in, you're gonna try to give him a smacking.
Yeah.
Go for it. Because you would have a reaction, because you guys technically had a surprise round on these guys, but
Our surprise is Goblin Missile.
yeah.
Hold on. I gotta try to get it to connect to roll.
I think if you roll it in D&D Beyond, I should be able to see it anyway. Go to...
One second.
So does his mini tool get to attack too, since he said it held its action?
Yes.
Something dangerous?
Yes. And actually, once, you still there, Jose?
Is that like a phone call? May as well do the other one.
Yeah. So the ogre actually rolled a nat 1, so I was gonna say Jose can have advantage as the ogre comes stumbling out and trips on a tree root and swings wide over Floats' head. Floats can have advantage on his reactionary strike if he would like. Well, while we're waiting on Floats to get back, Fezzik, if you want to go ahead and take your attack with multi.
Yep, I will do that. Or strike. That's a 12 to hit.
That will hit.
Oh, a nice 3 damage.
Right.
Can I say that when I put Multi down, I put him down in front of me?
Stick him there. You should have. I was gonna say you should have control over him.
It's a conga line. Death conga line.
Does anybody here speak giant?
I don't think so. I know I don't.
Not right now, but I can.
Nope.
No. Maybe Floats does.
I don't believe so. I think the only other language he speaks is Halfling.
Yeah, Fezzik is canonically 5'11", so he can't speak giant.
No. So yeah, you hear these
Yeah,
guys as they come
Draconic and
charging out. They're yelling in some language you don't understand, but it just basically sounds like.
Is there any red blinking lights on them?
No, there are 0 red blinking lights.
Okay.
So I guess we will get back to Floats once he's back. And go ahead, Tally. If you want to go ahead and
Needs
take
to make
your
me
turn.
that save.
All right. What is it? 10 feet on your radius?
I'll just mark it. I can do it. The tools. Radius
Save.
10. I'll make it blue.
There we go. All right. Dex save, right?
Yes.
That is a 0. So I would say he fails.
Did he get a
Great
zero?
DM roll tonight.
These guys are not very dexterous.
Well, he only takes one, sadly.
Right.
And then I shall swing at him twice with my hammer. Right hand.
Go for it.
Well, that's probably gonna hit.
That definitely hits.
That is 9. I'm trying to think because it adds +2 on top of that, so that it's 11.
Okay.
And then second swing. I accidentally rolled unarmed strike, but it's the same modifier, so it would still hit.
Yeah, 24. For sure.
And that one
So
is
for another 8.
8.
All right. Yeah, as you take your warhammer and you start smashing this big hulking thing in front of you, you can see as one of the blows connects with the side of his leg, his kneecap kind of just snaps with a sick crunch. And he's starting to look a little beaten on.
I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15. Right here.
All right.
Swing around behind him. Give him something else to hit. Go after the more squishy ones for now.
Anything else?
That's all I can do.
All right. Night Piercer.
Oh, wait, did Floats get to take his turn yet?
I don't know if he's back yet.
Oh, okay. Alright, in that case, would I be able to get advantage on my first attack from that one, or should we wait until Floats makes that attack?
I was gonna give it to him on his reaction strike, so I would say, yeah, if you want to just take your regular attack against him, you can, and we'll see what happens.
So in that case, I'll have Barrow first go fly in and cause a whole darn ruckus all up in his face.
And he
And
starts
then fly back
swinging
out into
his
the air.
arms around wildly, and you just hear him going, "No!"
And as this happens, Night Piercer, first with my bonus action, I will begin blade singing as this eerie chorus begins to emanate from his blade, and he's going to kind of in a very unnecessary manner like move sneakingly around and then go take an attack with him on him with advantage
So
with
is he
booming blade as the
You doing the
chorus
cha-cha
sort of
slide
grows
up
to a
tune?
crescendo. Yeah.
I was gonna say, is he
yeah.
actually doing the snake?
Yep, literally. And yeah, all the while, like this eerie chorus humming from the blades growing ever louder, and then as he comes down with a slashing strike with his rapier, I'll go and hit him with a booming blade, with advantage. It's 21.
21 will hit.
And so
Be 1d8 and then whatever your normal attack would be.
So it's the 3 thunder damage from the booming blade, plus the 13 piercing damage from my rapier.
16 total. And if he moves, he'll
And-
take that 9.
Right, and I'm gonna go ahead and use one of my superiority dice as well, which I can actually say I'm using it as I know the hit occurs.
Okay.
And I'm going to go for a trip attack, and since it's sized large, right, so
It is.
still can take effect. So it'll be an additional. Okay, for some reason it rolls 4d8. I'll just roll one d8 on its own. So 2 extra piercing damage from the superiority attack, and it must make a constant. Oh wait, no, it's a strength save.
All right. 13.
Hold on. Let me find this DC really quickly. It says it's 8 plus my proficiency bonus, which is 3, so 11 plus my strength modifier or dex modifier, so plus 4, so 15 is the
15.
DC.
Yep, so you take the rapier and cut him right behind his Achilles tendon, and he falls prone on the ground. That's what it
And
does,
from
right?
that
It makes
one
him go
hit-
prone.
Does it seem like he's taken a very substantial amount of damage from my attack so far?
I mean, he's pretty hardy. He's not looking bad by any means, but you did a good chunk of damage on him.
Okay, so then in that case, I will go ahead and use my action surge and then hit him with another booming blade.
All right, go for it.
And with advantage since he's prone.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 26 to hit.
That hits.
And that is
6 plus another
6
13.
plus 13 for 19 damage, and that will be my turn.
So yeah, after that next hit, he's looking pretty rough, and he's starting to kind of look around wildly. All right, Haderach, your turn.
I'll roll on the good old table. Maybe. There we go. Interesting. Okay. So this guy's on the ground, not looking great.
He is prone currently, yes.
Unfortunately, I can't force booming blade damage on him anymore because he's prone. And if I move out of the way, he still gets an attack on me. It's just at disadvantage, correct?
That is correct.
But granted, I'm invisible anyways, or I'm stealth, so he doesn't actually know I'm there.
As far as you know, yeah, you don't think he's seen you. Because it seemed like when he came charging out of those bushes, he went straight for floats and didn't even look your direction. Because you had a really good stealth check, I believe.
It's like a 19.
Yeah.
So if I go... Let's get these. Oops. Can I get... I want to draw circles, so I want to figure out what the freaking distance is.
Yeah, the little...
Yeah, that thing.
So yeah, it looks like the circle with the ruler in the middle of it.
Oh, right there. That one. And we got one that's an actual circle.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to look at a radius.
Oh, radius? Do you want to put it on yourself, or...
No, it's different. I'm trying to decide where I'm going to move. Because my...
let's see.
I had a plan,
How
but
big
it
is
doesn't
the...
work.
How big is the radius?
30 feet.
So 30-foot circle?
Yeah. want to see where I can move and still.
So yeah, that's a 30-foot radius.
Okay, so if I was to move there, would I still be 30? Yeah, I could still get him.
Yeah, you'd still be
Okay.
in. You'd still have him.
Okay. So I will move here. Then I will use Bless on myself. Oh no, I'll do Bless on Tally, Floats, and Rain.
Okay. You have all been
So-
blessed.
I'll D4'd. We will
So
use-
attacks and saving throws, you guys can add a D4 to, and that was Tally, Floats, and Rain.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, good to know.
And let me actually gonna mark you.
Bard
You are going to be
Cleric.
concentrating.
Yep. I'm trying to stay like huddled in among this tree thing.
All right.
That'll be my turn.
All right. Floats, are you back yet?
And
Hello.
we have his thing. You can just.
I'll tell you what. Yeah.
He's
If
gonna
you
make a polearm attack, correct?
yes. Yeah, that'll be his reaction, and then if you want to do his move.
I gotta help so I pull it up in the same thing. Alright.
I think if you hold
Okay,
shift, it'll
features and
add
traits.
advantage to it.
Polearm Master.
There.
I think, right? Advantage roll. There we go. Oh, I did twice. Never mind. Didn't mean to. So I guess
So
I
yeah,
did
the
it right the first time.
23 would hit. So that's 6 damage to him. Okay. So that was his reaction. And then
Then it would have been his turn.
so I know he normally either takes a quarterstaff hit and then uses his bonus action to use the pommel side, or casts his
I
thing.
totally screwed up the first attack. The damage should have been. It should have.
12 is what I got.
Yeah, 'cause the damage.
Plus 7.
Yeah, that's fine. 12 is fine because I did the bonus attack version, not the correct one. So yeah, he just does like a normal attack on his turn because his turn would have been before he was prone.
So that's the bonus action.
That was the.
That's the attack. Go ahead and roll me one more attack, and we'll just say he used his bonus action for the pommel end. I'm gonna add the 12.
Do you need a pommel attack?
No, because that was the first one, right?
That was the first one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want a normal attack?
Yeah. For a 22 and another 11 damage. So yeah, I would say we'll say that yeah, basically between everybody else's assault on this thing, that after Floats gets his reactionary shot and goes in on him, that by the time Rain comes in and goes to mop up, the creature is no longer breathing. And Fezzik, what you do?
Okay. I think Fezzik, first of all, is gonna take a few steps back and get out of this guy's way. Then he's gonna cast a nice old firebolt on it.
Okay, go for it.
It's a 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
The minimum damage, 9.
9.
Then he'll use his bonus action to command Multi on his turn up next to do another force strike.
All right.
Just get that.
So yeah, the fire leaves your. Are you still using your screwdriver?
Yep.
So yeah, as the fire leaves your screwdriver, it blasts into his side of him. And as he starts to kind of spin around, Multi takes his attack and it glances off the shoulder of this giant monstrosity.
Gotta make some tweaks on the aiming system. That's it for me.
Right. Back to the creatures. So after this one goes down to the side over here, you notice that the other thing moving in the bushes was another one. As he comes charging out, again yelling something in a language you're not quite sure of, and seeing his partner laying dead on the ground, takes a attack at Floats for an 11. What is Floats' AC? 18, so it misses. So yeah, he swings, completely whiffs, and this other one up top, getting struck by lightning and beat by Tali, is going to spin back around and take another attack at Tali. For a 23 to hit.
It will hit. Unless you don't want it to.
And that will be 14 damage, rounded down to 7. Alright, and that will be their turns. Floats, are you back? Let's see.
Same one. Attack with
Yeah, we'll just do attack bonus action.
attack. Normal roll, and with a
19 will hit.
well, and then I guess it doesn't matter about with the 1d4 because it hits.
So 19 for 12.
And then bonus.
That will hit as well for another 7.
Don't bother with the d4s.
So yeah, Floats spins his staff around in his hand as he cracks down on top of this giant's head, and then follows it up by coming back around on the backside and smacking him across the face with the pommel. Tali, you are up.
I'm gonna need him to make me that dex save.
Dex save. 18 on that one. He rolled nice.
Okay, well, let's see how much he'll take half damage then. 6, of course, now. Alright, so 3.
3 damage as another lightning bolt gets called out of the air.
Then I'm going to smack at him with my hammer.
Smack it a hammer. Slap
I
it a
will
bass.
reckless.
Ooh,
Scuzz.
reckless. See if you can get that.
Oh, so
Still,
close.
22 will definitely hit.
So that is going to be 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. And second
He's
strike.
still- Alright. Okay, and...
Fishing for the 20.
No, it was almost a nat 1 though. But it's
Yeah.
a dirty 20.
Both will hit either way.
And then That's. Oh my goodness, I'm happy. 15.
15.
It was
So-
literally stuck in the corner at 2 and then tilted.
And then tilted.
And I
Nice.
was like, oh, that's bad. And then, oh, I'll take it.
So yeah, you know, just swinging around that massive hammer, come down right between, you basically hit this thing right in the back of the kneecap that you've already weakened. It drops to one knee, and as it drops to one knee, it's just tall enough for you to reach up and baseball swing this thing's head clean off its shoulders
Jeez.
as it falls dead.
I'll just point at it and say, my kill, my eat. And I'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Right over here.
All right.
And that's all I shall do.
Night Piercer.
Quick
So
thing.
first off,
Yeah.
A little quick thing. When he first ran in, Floats would have taken his reaction attack on him.
Okay. No. Didn't I have, or was that on the last one?
That was on the last one.
Oh,
that we
okay.
did.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that for me real quick. Is it a 15?
15, 13 damage.
All right. Night Piercer.
Barrow will first swoop in and I'll
Do the
say he'll
things.
fly all around him and kind of disorient him a little bit
So he's just
before Night Piercer comes in.
he's just looking up, like, what is that?
I'll say he does a somersault over the dead body of this other giant and go take a booming blade attack against him with advantage.
Go for it.
There we go, a neat spreadsheet of all the different damages in one roll.
Oh, nice. So 14
Yep.
on that hit.
Mm-hmm. And that will be his turn.
All right. And he's looking pretty rough after that hit. You can tell his eyes starting to swell shut. His jaw's been snapped. He is not looking good. Hatter, your turn.
All right. Oh wait, my character sheet would help. I'm going to go ahead and cast Dissonant Whispers on him.
Right.
So it is a I don't have to roll. It's
Is it a
a wisdom saving throw.
13. Don't think that's gonna cut it.
God no, not at all. 16.
I just remembered. Isn't What's His Face with us? Is he just watching this go down?
Ember? Yeah, Ember's there.
Okay, he's just watching.
He's just
Yeah,
off
fair
over
enough.
here.
Wow.
He comes back, he's like, hey, I was just taking a piss, what happened?
There were 3 4s.
6 psychic damage.
6 psychic damage, and now he has to, because he failed. Must move his reaction to move his full speed as far away from me as it allows. So he'll take Booming Blade plus however many reactions.
And let's see. So yeah, he goes to take off running. And what was the booming blade? 6? Or no, 7.
Booming Blade was 7.
So even with just the booming blade damages, he freaks out and starts to run. This thunderous wave of energy splits him in half. And he falls dead on the ground.
I'm gonna go over there and rip off an arm. If we're out of combat, that is. Okay, sweet. Do I have to roll
With
something
that,
to
you
rip off the
guys
armor?
are out of combat. Roll me is just a strength check.
Okay. I'm still currently raging as I do this because I ran immediately over.
Mm-hmm. You may
Do I
do it
still
with
have my rage
advantage.
going? Alright, advantage.
Fezzik is averting his eyes to this.
17 and a... 14. Do I get to use the D4 for this as well?
Yeah, I
Are
mean,
you
it's
still
check.
you still concentrating on it?
Yeah, I mean, it's 1 minute, but I'm assuming this would still be within that time.
Oh yeah,
So 3 on top of that.
I'd say
So,
yeah. Which are you
30.
trying to rip off an arm?
The whole arm just...
Yeah. But between all the damage that you did, I would say yeah, it comes off pretty cleanly. A big old arm if you want to put that in your bag.
No, I'm just gonna start eating it.
Oh,
No need to waste time.
And after all of these giants
can
are
eat raw food, why
strewn
not?
all over the ground, slowly Ember comes sauntering up and kind of looks at all of you and he goes, "Damn, that's pretty good. Not gonna lie. You guys made quick
yeah, that
work
was
of
pretty
them."
easy actually.
Yeah, that wasn't bad at all. Although it is kind of troubling to see things like this out on the road. Normally they don't stray far from the woods. And Ember's gonna go up and start taking a look at one of these things.
Rain's gonna go head off over here to where Barrow had spotted presumably the other one, and just make sure that there's nothing else hiding in this bush.
Roll me an investigation check.
Also, I guess if I'm investigating while I'm at it, can I also try to see if I can get a sense of where whoever was in here might have came here from? Any footsteps that lead towards the bush from any direction?
Yeah.
Cool.
Go
Can
for it.
I loot the bodies?
23.
23. Yeah, with a 23, you see that there are a few footprints that start traveling off in this direction, but without rolling a survival check, they kind of fade off into the woods. But as you start combing through the area, go ahead and roll me a dex save throw.
Oh. Okay.
Will this have been within a minute?
It's a natural 20.
Damn.
Never mind.
Nice.
What does this dance movie
Oh,
use to avoid
nice.
the damage?
So,
I need to know.
So nothing happens. There wasn't anything in the bush, but for suspense, I figured I'd have you go ahead and roll it.
Wow. Way to make me blow my natural 20 on a nothing on a
Brain
dot.
he just does a really good
So,
moonwalk for no
As
reason.
as you're moonwalking up to the bush, a squirrel flies out, and you deftly move
The
out
squirrel
of the way.
flies?
Well, I mean, jumps out of the bush.
No, you said flew.
Well, a flying squirrel. Squirrels can fly.
Nice.
So jumps out of the bush, and you see it coming from a mile away, and the squirrel flies right past you, and runs off this way.
Wait, can I
I'm just
kill it?
imagining
You want to take an
Starbucks
attack of opportunity on it?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Go for it.
With booming blade.
Do it.
What?
Do it.
It was a
Jesus.
24 to hit.
Yeah. So everybody else hears this loud, thunderous clap, and you start looking around to see what Rain's doing over there, and none of the rest of you see anything. Rain,
I'm
however,
just gonna say,
you see a giant puff
sorry,
of fur.
I thought there was another one. I think the coast is clear.
There's nothing but
Jesus.
little bits of fur that are just falling out of the air in front of you.
I just want to say, as Tally's eating this, I'm eating like one of those nerd strings, and the crunching is reminding me of. So I'm just like.
Tally, you got hurt during that fight, correct?
Tally did, yes. Tally's just sitting over there eating.
Fezzik will walk up to Tally and cast Cure Wounds, trying to avert his eyes still, so he's just kind of reaching out, trying to touch you.
I will growl lightly, but I will not bite you.
Ugh.
Because I'm currently holding
Just
food.
uncomfortably cast Cure Wounds on you.
I'll go ahead and,
Yeah. Did
while
you?
they're doing that, start making my way through the bodies, seeing what I find.
Yeah, roll me an
So you can take
investigation
out
check.
3.
Wrong page. I want that one.
I'm gonna sit on the body of the one I killed, like a little, like it's my stool now.
There it is. The 6.
Ooh.
So, between the first few bodies, you find 3 gold pieces. That's
Hey, I
it.
have money now.
Nice.
These
Can
things
I-
seemed very not well off to begin with, and from what Ember's saying, you're kind of guessing that these things probably stick to the woods, and the fact that they're coming out to the road is not a normal occurrence.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's 3 more gold than I had.
There you go.
Can I also make an investigation check on the bodies, but not to try and loot them, but to try to determine what might have caused them to come out onto the street?
Yeah, roll me an investigation check.
Could Fezzik do that on the one that Tally's sitting on as well?
Sure.
You will get growled at.
I'm just looking.
Yeah, but you're near the food, so
Damn,
it's not
that's an
even
ass
really
roll.
With an 11 and a 10, not really. From all the damage that they took from you guys and the really big ass whipping, there's not a whole lot to tell off the bodies themselves.
Rain will approach Ember and ask, have you seen any creatures like these before?
I've seen them before, but in the woods. Like they don't come out to the roads. They mostly stay in the woods and hunt and gather. They don't really have a need for like monetary value or anything like that, so I don't see them trying to rob people on the road. It's almost like they were looking for food.
Well, I did find some footsteps over by the bush over there, and I'll point behind him. Do you think we could take a little detour and see what this is all about, or not worth it?
I mean, it's up to you guys, but they don't live in very big clans. $5 says this was probably the hunting party that the rest of them sent out. There might be another 4 or so back at wherever that track leads to, but I can't see it leading to anything big. It's up to you guys, though.
Well, what do you all think? I'd hate to be the cause of the untimely demise of another passerby not as capable as us, but we do have something to attend to at the moment.
I, for one, think we should just continue on our way.
Yeah, sure, why not? Let's just see where this goes, but, we can keep moving on.
kind of interested to see what happens, especially get to hit more things.
We do have about 6 months before the culling begins, so we do have plenty of time if that's what you're worried about, Fezzik.
I mean, I'm worried about time, but I don't really see the need in us investigating a camp of giants, honestly. Seems like just getting into trouble.
Is anybody here proficient in survival?
I am proficient in survival.
All right.
No.
If you want to make a check, if Rain will point out where the tracks are. If you want to make a check, you can see where they go.
I'm half proficient in survival.
Do we have a
Does
map?
Fezzik want to make a check?
Or is it Tali? I think Tali's proficient, right?
I'm proficient.
No.
Yeah.
Do we have a map that we're using right now?
There's just the regular. You've got this map, and currently
Could we
you
just
guys
make like
are.
a marking of this spot that we're at for later use?
Got it.
So
So
we'll
yeah,
just-
there's little bits of woods here and there. I'll say, oops, didn't do that other one. Yeah, we'll say for the sake of, We'll say that's where you were, and that the target was there. So yeah, you notice that the only, by the map standard anyway, the only group of woods is going to be over here, kind of in the middle of Bluefield and Oceana.
Well, if we ever feel so inclined, we can just refer back to here and we can check out that forest, see if there's more giants to deal with.
Alright, so we're moving on then.
I'll just drag the arm behind me and keep you.
Alright, and it's a pretty big arm for a little goblin to be carrying, so it's almost like if you were holding hands with something that was knocked out and it still just kind of drags behind you, leaving a blood smear on the road as you walk.
You don't know what Tally's done.
Hold on back.
Hey, there you are. Hey, you got a kill
This
while
could
you
be
were
just
gone.
like another day.
What happened?
You got a kill even though you weren't here.
Yep.
Sweet. Yeah, I saw you guys rolling for me. I was like, okay, that works.
Yeah, we want to make sure you got your stuff.
Yeah, you also died, by the way, sorry.
No big deal.
It's all good. I need a new character anyways. He was getting old.
No, we rezzed you, don't worry.
Gotta replace the character every 3 or 4 sessions.
Exactly.
Yeah, he didn't die from getting hit though. It was just like a random blood clot.
It was a heart attack.
Yeah, watch out for those
coronary
brain aneurysms,
infarction.
man. It can happen to anyone.
Yeah, it's just out of the blue. No one saw it coming.
Nope, just collapse dead.
That's a good D&D mechanic. You roll like 3 D100s. If you get a natural one, you just die of a random like body event.
Alright, so I would say you guys can probably press forward one more square from where you were at before it's really starting to get a little darker in the day. Dusk is starting to
I
set,
survived.
and whoever wants to make a roll for place to sleep for the night.
Sure, why not?
Is that
Arrow
investigation
can
or
do it
could
as
it be
well.
survival?
It would be on the road. I would say just a regular perception check.
I'm good at those. No, it was in the front,
Okay.
so I'll do it.
Yeah, guidance to whoever's doing it.
Okay. Ah, that was almost a natural 20. And then it
Oh.
kept going. I'm sad.
Go ahead and roll
Wow.
your d4.
Well, yeah, you got a 1d4 on us.
Seven.
Well,
So with a 7,
Jeez.
so with a
We are
7,
Busy.
you guys are starting to press a little further on into the day, and you're not really finding anything that is probably going to be a good spot to set up other than really just right in the middle of the road, out in the open. You guys can choose to continue pressing forward and trying to look for another spot, but you might start getting exhausted the more you push.
Can I search with Barrow?
Yeah, if you wanna send up the owl copter, the
Okay.
owl drone.
ahead a bit with some
19.
Okay. With a 19, Tali, you're not really having a whole lot of luck, and you make the suggestion that we could keep pushing and try to look, and Rain's like, I got an owl. Sends Barrow up, and Barrow seems to find a pretty decent spot kind of out to the side, and looks like a good place to camp down for the night.
I'd say seeing the spot, I would just not even really say anything and just briskly push past Tali and just towards the direction of the place.
All right.
Tempted to smack him with the giant arm, but I'll let it go.
Just reach behind him, smack him on the butt with the dead arm, and say good game.
He
All
just
right.
suffocated him asleep with the giant arm. Shh, it wasn't me. I just watched. I helped. It wouldn't have been. And my cat is eating a wire. I'll be right back.
That's always fun. That's why I don't do cats. Although I can't say anything because my dog has probably destroyed more things than a cat ever
Yeah,
would.
moose would eat anything.
Man,
He's good. He settled for shoelaces.
$800 leather chase, gone. Shoot it all up. Get you guys into the woods.
Just trying to think of that song. I just remembered. If you go into the woods today, that's all I remember.
All right. So you guys get camped down for the night. And
A fire or a tiny boat?
that's use your imagination, whatever you want.
Okay.
I literally just drew it in right now, so
Canonically,
didn't
it is
know-
a tiny boat, and that's where we sleep.
wasn't
Yeah.
sure if we were going to be using this for daytime or nighttime. So
We all pull out the tiny boat.
tell
Yep.
you what, let's we'll see.
Is Ember like hanging with us, or is he kind of doing his own thing?
We're gonna add a little bit of logs. There we go. There's some logs.
It looks like a tiny boat sailing on an ocean of shit.
Jesus,
It
so
is a-
mean.
It is a toilet boat.
So mean. Why'd you say that?
Night Piercer, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
What?
No, I'm just
Your
fucking with you.
character dies.
Yeah.
I thought
Your
this
character-
the character was rude. I'm starting to think you're just rude.
Poofs
Oh,
out of
yeah,
existence.
no.
You find
Insulted his
yourself floating
drawing.
adrift in the astral sea on a tiny boat made of shit. Yeah, Ember. Yeah, I'll say he's with you guys. He's not gonna stray far from the group.
Seems about right.
I just drew a piece of shit on Ember. Whoops. There we go. So yeah. So night comes. You guys make a fire.
Out of the
Yeah.
tiny boat.
In a tiny boat.
It's
On
a
a river
beautiful
of shit.
fire.
Thank you.
Inspiration.
So you guys
Inspiration.
are hanging out. Who's gonna take what watch?
I'm just gonna go right here and kind of like hide in there and make that my little spot.
All right. Are you trying to stealth away from the group?
I mean, I'm just trying to be sneaky in general so nothing can get me while I'm in there.
Roll me a stealth check first. See how quietly you get away.
I think
21,
that's
okay. Pretty good at getting away. Now roll me a survival check to see how well you kind of get yourself tucked in and stashed away.
I didn't need it though.
17. All right. Yeah, I'll say you're pretty well hidden, pretty well tucked in your little cove, but within earshot. You're not an hour away from everybody, which is good.
Something. I will feed charcoal a little bit.
There you go. And Ember pipes up. He says, "Well, if y'all want, I can take first watch."
Yeah, I'll take last watch. Standard morning shift.
All right.
I'll take middle watch, I guess.
I'll take
Well, if
the
y'all have
first
it
watch
covered,
with
I
Ember.
guess there's no need for me to do any watching.
All right, fair enough, I guess.
And I'll take the first watch with Ember.
All right. Oh. Hold on. There it goes.
After hearing Rain's gonna take the first watch with Ember, Fezzik's gonna try and fake going to sleep.
All right. So go ahead and roll me a perception check. Night
Just
Piercer
gonna
as
try
the
and
first
do the weasel
watch
again.
begins.
Can I roll with Barrow?
Sure. You're gonna send him up in the air and kind of just keep him hovering, keeping a close
Mhm.
eye on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead,
And I
roll
do
me.
think that if I make the perception check with Barrow, like I shouldn't get one of my own since I'm fully focused
get it
on
with
seeing through
advantage.
Barrow's eyes, right? Yeah.
He gets it with advantage though.
Mm-hmm.
So with Ember on the ground and Barrow in the air, pretty certain. Don't really hear or see anything.
Would the perception check cover my detection of whether any of the party is pretending to be asleep?
Roll me a performance check, Fezzik.
You've messed with the wrong person. This is my secret insane skill. That's a 13.
Oh shoot!
Pretty middling.
Ember looks over at Fezzik and he goes, "Hey, I mean, if you don't want to go to sleep, I mean, if you want to take first watch, I'll go to sleep. It's up to you."
Fezzik, too stubborn to admit that he's been caught, just kind of pretends to groggily go, and wave his hand at Ember.
All right, suit yourself.
Seeing this, can I make an insight check?
What are you inciting for? Are you
Why
inciting?
Fezzik isn't going to sleep?
Oh, Fezzik. Okay. Yeah, go for it.
That's a 16.
Persuasion or deception, Fezzik?
I
I don't know what you are or not staying awake
deception.
for. Okay.
Oh, what? Okay.
Seems like he was awake, but maybe he just is having a hard time falling asleep.
That +7.
Just
Yeah.
very convincing at pretending.
Although Ember looks over at you and he's like, I mean, if you want to talk, I mean, I'm open. That's why you're just sitting there listening.
No response.
Oh, that one. He turns over to you, Rain, and he goes, "That one's a tough egg to crack."
Well, you get used to him after a while.
Hey, this prickly type's got to stay together. Not everybody
You got
gets
that
this,
right.
but, you know, at least we're consistent.
Say, you want to make a wager, Ember?
Betting man. Oh, what you talking about wagering?
How long do you think that weasel's gonna survive for?
I think first thing that hits y'all with a fireball's probably going to take it out. Unless he's got some sort of magic bag he likes to stick it in.
So I guess it's a wager on how
I
long
mean,
it'll last.
I don't know. I've heard of some people doing some stuff with gerbils that might protect it, but I don't know if that's what he's doing, but
You give it more than a week?
who knows? Been surprised. I've seen some things I thought were going to die really quick make it all the way to the end of the tournament, so go figure.
Alright, well, I was just playing with you. I don't have a single coin on me at the moment, but it's good to
Eh.
hear your thoughts.
You and me both. Nah, I'm just ready for this shit to be over with. And I don't just mean this year's games. I mean all of it.
I'm really hoping now that weasel just lasts for the entire campaign.
Every time Tolly knows that there's going to be a dex saving throw, Weasel goes in the butt.
In the butt?
In the butt. That way it doesn't
That
take any
works
damage.
up until someone stabs you in the butt.
It's completely covered.
Yeah. Oh,
One
God.
time.
I swear I've heard about doing it from somewhere.
Oh,
I can't
God.
remember where.
Rapier suppository.
I could make an abortion joke here, but I won't.
Oh.
Why?
I already did.
Hope we never run into butt pirates.
Do you have another job? Because my dad says you're also a butt pirate. Oh. So So yeah, if there's nothing else you want to discuss with Ember, we will move on to second watch. Who was doing second watch? Was that Fezzik and floats or just
Yes,
Fezzik?
sir.
All right, roll me that perception check.
I'll get up and do a watch.
All right, you can make one too, sir.
Nice.
17. All right. Don't really seem to hear anything. Guys are out in the woods. You hear the typical woodland sounds you would hear at night, crickets, occasional owl, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Well, seems like we got a quiet night finally.
Oh yes, it's so nice just to sit back and relax.
I'm not one for relaxing, unfortunately. Kind of hard for me.
Oh, why's that?
Just not really my line of work. You can't really keep your eyes closed all the time. You gotta keep a pair on the back of your head, you know?
Oh, what do you do?
Things that are less than legal. Not anything too bad, of course, mind you, but I got people who probably, they found out what I was doing, they wouldn't be very pleased.
As soon as you hear that, Ember rolls over and goes, "Yeah, you can say that again."
Fezzik just nods to him.
Oh, how exciting!
I guess you could put it that way. But you know, I've been trying something to help me kind of fall asleep better these last few days. Hope you don't mind. And Fezzik kind of picks up a rock off the ground. He just he takes out some of his tools and clinks them against the rock, and then the rock starts making very like kind of a very quietly but soft, calming ocean noise come out of it. And he's like, "This kind of helps me go to sleep." And he puts it down next to his where he's sleeping and lays down.
White noise machine, cannon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Hope it's not distracting.
I like it.
All right, and as that passes, time for breakfast watch, as it will now be called.
Breakfast watch.
Get that perception.
Guided perception.
Do it. 21 without the guidance. Plus another
22.
one. 22.
All the ones on guidance today.
All right. What's going to be prepared for breakfast?
I don't know. Did we actually get a chance to like pick up anything better at the manor?
You guys didn't say you wanted anything.
I wasn't here.
Well, I'm saying they didn't.
Ah,
So, was that something you discussed with them while you were there?
I would have probably tried to at least get some better basics. So it's not just like the standard hard rations and dried meat that we have, some fresher bacon and eggs and veggies and that kind of stuff.
Roll me a persuasion check just to see how good, like they're going to give you food, but let's see how decent food, how good of food you were able to get out of them. You were able to get whatever the hell you wanted.
Yeah, we got like straight up fillets. We got everything going on.
Yeah, you guys are eating good. You guys wake up to the smell of steak and eggs, and for some of you, this is some of the best food you have seen in a very, very long time. And somehow, Hatterick managed to procure some of this.
I'm going to add really good food to my inventory.
I'd like to make an insight check against Hatterick, in case he's trying to poison us or something.
Okay, go for it.
It's a 16.
And persuasion
I will-
or deception if you're really trying to poison them.
Neither. What I will do is, noticing your slight unease, I will cast Purify Food and Drink on everything.
I make an Arcana check?
Yep.
Yeah.
Roll me an Arcana check. See if you know
It's
what
really
that is.
poison food and water.
He did something to that food, and you're not quite sure what that was.
Okay.
At least sleeping in.
I'm gonna cast message to Fezzik and say, don't touch the food. Haderach's done something magical to it. I don't know what it is. It seems a little fishy.
You cut Fezzik, he's still laying down trying to get some last hours of sleep, and he just ignores you.
Do me a favor, Hedrick. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check to, well, your choice. Persuasion or performance on how well you put this food together. And we'll see if we can entice Rain. A 30.
What?
Rain,
Excuse
man,
me?
like, you have lived in District 12 for so long, and this is the best food you have ever seen, and even though you're not 100% sure, your mouth starts watering, and it's going to be very hard for you not to at least sneak a bite while this stuff is out.
Can I at least attempt a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, go
Because
for it.
I feel like this is reaching levels where this requires like a magical save.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
so
go
good
for
that
it.
it is its own spell.
It's a 19. But a 35, man.
I mean, it's a 35.
35.
Yeah. Okay, so Rain will attempt to resist with all that he can, but still feels the overpowering strength of. It has to be some kind of magical manipulation, he thinks,
God
and his
damn 35.
adrenaline starts pumping, and he's trying to stop himself as his body almost seems magically compelled closer and closer to the food as saliva drips out the side of his mouth. He's going to cast another message at Fezzik and say, SOS, SOS, I need help, I need help.
Okay. Fezzik will
Are you saying
grumbly
anything
get up,
to
say,
him?
"The
Hedrick?
fucking what?"
I don't need to.
Oh, okay.
Rain just keeps looking
you
at
just
Fezzik
put it
for some-
out.
We
You just put your
Why
hands
do,
out.
why do I
You're
need to say anything with a 35
You're
on my
like-
food presentation?
You're like, bro.
This is
like,
a 5-star, just like straight up Michelin star restaurant going on in
Yeah.
the middle of this
in the middle of
clearing.
BFE.
Yeah.
Fezzik just sits up angrily like, what the fuck is wrong? It's breakfast. It's breakfast,
not.
Rain. It's
Just
food.
breakfast.
And as Rain literally just starts like grabbing bits of fillet and just stuffing them into his mouth with his bare hands, he's gonna say, I'm being compelled. I can't stop it. He's too powerful.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw, Rain.
Okay.
All this yelling.
Okay. So yeah, even though this is like probably the most red meat you have ever eaten in one sitting, like you can feel the bubble gut starting, but you're able to keep it together.
Yeah, and he lets out a belch as he's like, "All right, you got me. So what now? You win, Haderach."
Ember just turns to you and goes, "God damn, man, it's just good food. Shit. We're all eating it."
Fezzik's gonna pick up another rock real quick, kind of turn around and work on it a little bit with some tools. He's gonna walk up to Rain and hand it to him and say, "Here, if you want to make sure you're not gonna get poisoned, take this and sniff it real hard."
Can I make an insight
Roll
check?
me a deception check.
Damn it!
And yeah,
Yes!
Hey. it's possible. You just saw some weird shit go down with your food, and maybe Fezzik's been working on something you're not familiar with. You feel a
And
little,
Fezzik
feel a little
said-
better.
It'll help me keep the food down just fine. That's what you said.
It'll make sure that you definitely won't get poisoned.
Oh. Okay, then he'll take it. He'll take a sniff of it, and right before he does, say, "Thanks, Fezzik. Thanks."
Yeah, no
Fezzik."
problem. And you take a whiff full of shit. Smell. It smells like shit. Just right as while you're eating, you sniff that.
It
I'm
does
just gonna.
not deter you from eating it all.
I'm just gonna chuck the rock at Fezzik's. I'll say just like at his body somewhere, not like necessarily his head, but
Just roll me a general attack throw
Natural
whatever your-
20, just
with whatever your dex
decapitating the rock.
modifier is.
Okay.
You're proficient
Rain
with
me with
rock,
this.
so
Okay. Nice.
17. What's your AC?
It's a crossbow.
Physics? What is it?
Shot this man with the
13.
13? Yeah, he beans you with a rock.
Ow. Worth it. Don't wake me up again early. For stupid shit.
just want to throw a boulder. Like, shut the hell up. Can I do that? No, with all the scaling and carrying that.
Alright, so we are
So
back.
did the rock actually smell like shit?
It produced
Yeah,
the odor of
He
shit.
can add a scent to it.
So would he have to make another Constitution saving throw to see if
He
that
already
him
made a
throw up?
22 to make sure it
Oh.
stayed down, so I'll
That's
say
the
that was
horrifying
good
thing
enough.
is that he smelled the shit, but the food was so good he
So
couldn't
good.
stop eating it. So it's just
Yep.
like both at once.
He doesn't care.
Truly horrifying.
Basically, if Hadrick had kept putting it out, he'd have kept eating.
Oh my.
Had to come off at some point.
All right, we
Had to keep
pushing forward toward
rations
Oceana.
Yep.
How long do you think this giant arm is gonna last me? By the
I'm
way.
surprised you didn't finish it in one night.
Kind of am too.
It's a giant arm. It's not a normal person arm.
Tally, let me ask you, how do you eat the bone and all?
You wanna actually know?
I'm curious. Do you eat the bones when you eat somebody?
Yes.
How does your digestive system handle that? Like, are you okay physically? Can you digest that shit?
I mean, she's just gonna like hold up like with a little piece of the hand, just swallow it. Yeah.
You should consider getting your stomach acid. Like, you should consider making a poison out of that someday. That will probably eat at someone's skin.
I was just gonna think for a moment. You have a vial?
Yeah. If I search around, let me see if I can. Wait, no, we can't do that here. That's not a smart idea. Some other time.
Tally's now contemplating vomit spit as an invariable attack.
All right, so you guys make it through the second day of travel, and as you're coming up on your third day, when you get closer to Oceana, Ember's directing you to kind of go towards the back side of the town. But as the sun's setting, you guys are following the road, and Ember, he kind of turns to all of you and says, "Yeah, my uncle's probably going to be asleep already. If we want to find a place to just post up out here, we can do that. I know there's some really good spots by the water that a lot of people camp around. Usually there's a lot of traveling caravans. If you guys, I know a lot of you don't have a whole lot of money, but it'd be cheap, safe."
Could challenge someone to a fist fight for coin.
I mean, I don't want to be that
Yeah,
guy, but can we
that's
just
possible.
go stay at your uncle's house? I don't care if he's asleep. Can we just wake him up?
That would be a negative.
Why's that?
Well, yeah, man, I ain't gonna bust in on my uncle like that. He knows we're coming, but
Can
shit.
we go stay at like a motel or something? I don't want to camp again. We can stay somewhere.
I mean, you got some money? How much money you got?
I got, let's see, 15 gold.
I mean, hey, if you want to spend it.
I'll spend it on myself.
All right. Is anybody else going to stay at an inn?
No,
Or is
Tally's
Fezzik
fine
paying
asleep.
for everybody?
Do we know where his uncle's place is, or is he leading us there?
Well, he's. You've only been told about his uncle's shop, not his house.
Okay.
Well, Ember, what are you planning on doing?
I mean, shit, I'm just going out to the water, man. Man of simple tastes. like I said, I mean, there's usually caravans out there. Lots of people, groups in numbers.
All right, why don't we head with him then? Seems to know this area better than the rest of us.
I mean, if you guys want to go in
All
town
right.
and try to find a hotel, that's up to y'all, but that's what I'm going to do, because I don't feel like spending no money. So,
I'm
Yeah, I'll
definitely
follow-
gonna challenge
I'll follow.
people to fist fight for coin.
okay. Fezzik, are you still going to go into town?
I'm going to bet on
What's Ryan
Tally
doing?
getting into a fist fight.
Wait, who's getting into a fist fight?
He's gonna fist fight.
Tolly's going to look for some fisticuffs.
That's excellent. I want to get some betting in, so let's do that.
Okay.
Hell
Fine,
yeah.
fine sport fights.
Rain, what are you
Okay.
planning on doing?
Siri, find sports fights.
I was just gonna head with Ember, seeing as he knows this place pretty well.
Fair enough. I'll come along.
I think by day 2 or 3, I probably would have finished the arm after that. Big arm, but you know, I eat a lot.
Grab Ember real quick. Boop. All right. So yeah, as you guys continue walking, you get right on the cusp of the north side of the town, and you're sticking to the road and kind of coasting around the shoreline. And sure enough, just as Ember said, you guys come up along a pretty big caravan of a bunch of different people that are all out sitting by a fire. And as they see you guys approaching, the gentleman over here just kind of waves his hand to you guys. And Ember, seeing him, starts to make his way forward and approaches the guy, and they start talking for a little bit. Is anybody else going in?
Yeah, I'll follow Ember in.
Yeah, I'll go in too.
Yep.
I'm gonna go over here and give the weasel a bath.
There you go. There's a couple people down by the shore. It looks like they're doing laundry or, anything they need to take care of in the water.
I'm gonna gently hold it over the bar and like scoop it, like rub it on it slowly.
This float's going for a dip.
I'm gonna take a bath.
Do it. So yeah, as you guys approach, the gentleman at the front of the fire on the north side greets all of you that come by, and he's like, "Hi, I'm John. This is my caravan that I'm helping lead, but feel free to make yourselves at home. There's a spare tent," and he points to the one over here. It's like, if you guys need a place to crash, feel free. There's nobody staying in it right now. Just do me a favor and see the tent back there, and he points to the one closest to the river. He says, if you could do me a favor, there's one of our older, more senile people that are staying in that tent, and she really likes her privacy. If you could just avoid that tent for me, that would be great. Ember goes,
Insight
yeah,
check.
I don't see any problem with that.
I mean, I wasn't gonna go in there before, but now that you say it, I definitely won't.
Insight check.
Yeah, go for it.
First available
Is she-
opportunity.
Is she perhaps a demon?
A demon?
It's a natural 20?
Yeah.
You can see inside
With
the
a
tent.
21. A 21, you can tell by the way that he kind of skirts around how he talks about her that he's definitely afraid of what's in there. He's not necessarily being untruthful, but he's trying to skirt around the real what's the word I'm looking for? How he would really categorize this woman. like saying she's senile is probably a very gross underestimate of what she may be.
Okay. Rain will attempt to kind of take him off guard by messaging into his brain and say,
Now, does Rain have
Unfortunately,
the
I can-
message cantrip?
yes, he does.
Oh, okay. Even without the earpiece? Nice.
Yeah, no, this entire time he's not been using the earpiece, actually.
okay.
He's just been using his message. Yeah, so
Mhm.
he'll say, unfortunately, I can tell that you're lying. If you're afraid that this woman that you speak of can hear us, rest assured that when you reply to this message, she wouldn't be able to. Is she going to be potentially dangerous? That's all we're really worried about.
Look, as long as nobody goes in there, everybody will be fine. Just don't go in there.
Gotta say, the fun thing is I reached down to grab something and I looked up. You know how your computer screen does that, mess with the color thing?
The mess
Just
with the color
purely-
thing?
I'm trying to think, like, things change shades, like it gets darker and everything.
It's like screensaver.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did that. You just look demonic as you said that.
Oh, nice.
Don't go in the tent. Okay.
Just- Don't go
Hey
in
there, John. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, what's going on?
In this caravan, do you happen to have some kind of a, I don't know, blacksmith or mechanic currently?
I'm trying to think. I want to say Bob, and he points to the second guy over here. I want to say that he works as a farrier every now and then. He tries to keep the horses in good shape with their shoes, but it's the only one I know of that does any type of smithing.
Oh, okay, so you don't have some, no one full time, kind of.
I mean, nothing more than a farrier. I mean, it's, yeah,
Mhm.
nobody that. You looking for something specific?
Nope, just checking.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Unless you guys have some horses hidden somewhere.
Bathing the weasel, I'm just gonna go and come back and be like, you know if anyone wants to fight for money? And like I'll put up my hands, just fisticuffs.
Oh. Oh, hi there. Boy, anybody that wants to fight for money. And we haven't done a fighting ring in a while. I tell you what. Give me 1 second. Where did it go? Doo-doo. That's not it. Hold on. I'm trying to find. That's not it.
Out of curiosity, if I swing with 2 attacks with my fists, can I use my bonus action to swing again as a 2-weapon fighting?
If you don't use your lightning, I don't see why not.
Yeah, it's fine with me.
Yeah,
This is gonna
so
be mostly fisticuffs, so it'd be a bit unfair for me to just start blasting people with lightning.
so you see John kind of come over to this wagon right here and comes around the back and kind of opens up the flap on the back. And you see him talk for a minute. And then he comes back and he goes, well, are you guys staying the night?
I believe so.
Yeah, if you guys are staying the night, if you got it like an hour or so, Cappy, he's in the back of that wagon over there. He'll probably fight you.
Ooh, who's Cappy?
Oh, it's just his name, Cappy. He's one of our traveling guys. He does a lot of the maintenance on the wagons with woodworking and stuff like that.
Okay, I'll fisticuffs him.
Sure. Anybody else doing anything?
Fezzik will ask Rain, I figure you're planning on getting into some trouble while we're here?
Not at all, Rain says as he slowly begins to make his way towards the forbidden tent.
Well, you go do that. Try not to get yourself hurt. I'm gonna work on my hustle.
Have
Are
fun
you-
with that.
You stealthily making your way over to the tent?
Sure. Or we'll at least see how stealthy we can be.
Okay.
So sleight of hand.
Oh, wait.
Yep.
Yay. I rolled the wrong thing. I could roll
So,
again, and
14.
it's much better.
Let's see.
You get thrown out of the camp. Gonna start kicking.
So
Hey, they said don't enter it.
immediately as you start kind of rounding around the back, this fellow comes up and motions over to this one, who also comes up, and they both kind of look at you and go, "Can we help you?"
Oh, just trying to get a better view of the water.
Oh, sure, yeah, go ahead. And this one kind of steps back here, and this one kind of steps down here.
While this is happening, I'm going to go into our tent and cast invisibility on myself.
All right.
Ooh.
Ooh, nice.
And
Don't have to roll
first-
stealth for that one. And Rain's kind of gonna feign heading towards the water, but in reality, he's just going to be checking out this caravan as he's walking past it. Try to percept or maybe observe anything peculiar about it or hear anything inside of it.
Are you talking about the tent itself?
Yeah.
There you go. You're a little ninja. So roll me perception check, because I'm assuming you're not going to be like fiddling around and
No,
touching
no.
and manipulating the tent. Okay, yeah, roll perception. And then
It's a 13.
looks like a tent.
Don't hear anything.
Nope. You don't hear anything.
While
Hatterick,
he's
roll
walking
me-
by, I'm going to straight slip in.
Well, stealth with advantage.
Stealth with advantage.
You still make footprints. You can still make noise.
Holy
See,
shit.
I don't think anybody's gonna notice that. Yeah, with 29, they can't even roll that high. So you're gonna try to slip in.
Yep, slip right in.
So as you open the flap and start to move inside, bam! Your head hits off the front of it.
Off the front of. Can I?
The tent. Like, it looks like you should be able to walk in, but your head smacks right into some sort of invisible field that's there.
So I can open the flap and there's nothing there, or I can't
Well,
even.
you look like you're looking into an empty tent, like there's nothing in
Okay.
there. And
Oh,
when you go to
There's-
move
like, there's
forward,
nothing in there.
your head hits on something.
And I kind of investigate around, see if I can see if this is some kind of something put up in the entrance, or is it more a magical effect?
It's definitely. So roll me an investigation check. Actually, roll me an Arcana check. That's better. Arcana. With a 12, you can't tell exactly what it is, but it's definitely magical because it's not like there's like somebody painted a wall there, and it's definitely some sort of magical barrier.
Okay.
I just wish it was some guy who just got a nat 20 in painting and he's like, it's gotta be magical.
Yeah.
If only he knew.
Hmm.
Well, while this is all going on, I'm done with my leisurely swim / bath, and but I don't have a towel or anything. Floats is all wet, needs to dry off. So he's gonna walk up to the closest tent by him. He's like, Hello, darlings. Anybody in there? I'm looking for a towel. He's gonna try to kind of open the door and.
And
walk
as
in.
you as you say that and start to move forward, you see John kind of run up. He's like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! Yeah, not this tent. Like if you need a towel, here, I got one for you over here. Follow me over to this tent." And he starts moving away.
And I'll follow him.
Wait, and hold on. Tell me to roll another insight check if that's what I should do. But from that nat 20 from earlier, like, did John
Mhm.
seem scared, or did
Yes.
he seem nervous,
seemed
or did he seem like he was
both.
hiding something?
Definitely both, but like I said, almost like he's downplaying the severity of the senility of whatever's inside that tent.
Okay.
Along the side of the tent, I want to try to go along the side on the side closest to the water, where there's less people furthest away from the firelight. Is there any way to get to, like, is there any space like underneath the tent that you can like lift some of the cloth up and peer under?
Yeah, sure. Yep. Roll me a perception check. Kind of looks the same. It when you kind of lift up the corner of the tent, you can see that it it looks the same as when you looked through the front of the tent, but there's some barrier there. Like as you kind of try to put your hand through, there's still something there that is keeping you from progressing inward.
It works at a space I can see. That's unfortunate.
Let me see something real quick. Because you rolled. Yeah.
I just gotta go pet the weasel in the corner and just wait. Make sure it's all fluffy after bathing it.
Is anybody else doing anything? So
Yeah, Fezzik
John-
has something he'd like to do, if there's
Okay.
a chance.
So John floats his towel. He's like, "Oh, here you go. Just hand it to one of the people by the water, and they'll make sure that it gets rewashed whenever you're done with it. But yeah, just do me a favor. Don't go in that tent, please. It's one of our elderlies are in there, and she's a little senile."
Okay, darling, no problem.
Appreciate it. He'll leave you with your towel. So what are you doing, Fezzik?
Okay, so first off, could I just kind of scrounge this camp to see if I could find something to make kind of just a makeshift sign?
Like what kind of sign?
Like
a wooden
just
sign?
a piece of cloth and a wood I can stick in the ground.
Sure. Roll me an investigation check. 14? Sure. Yeah, when you see that Floats is hanging onto a towel there, and yeah, you go to the wood line over here, and you can find a stick.
Perfect. So Fezzik will kind of set up in this little open area. He's going to lay out kind of all his tools and all his gear on the ground. He's going to magically imbue a rock with the sound of kind of jingling bells. And then he's going to make this little makeshift sign that says Fezzik's Fantastical Forge. And he's going to wait for someone to approach.
All right.
Got an entrepreneur on our hands.
So, seeing this display of craftsmanship, Ben kind of starts wandering over. He's like, "Hey, what's Fantastical Forge? What is that?"
Well,
You
there,
work-
sir, I can fix up anything you need, and if you are so inclined, imbue it with some magical properties of the like.
Like, when you say magical properties, what do you mean?
Well, since I'm kind of on the traveling road right now, I'm not at my base of operations. I can only do minor alterations and the like, nothing too major.
Well, like can you make stuff lighter?
I could see. What do you have? I could take
So-
a look.
I don't know if John told you, but I'm the more or less the farrier for this group, and man, I work on horses all day. I would love something to make my hammer a little lighter.
Hammer a little lighter. Well, let me take a look at it, see if there's anything I can do with it.
Sure. He hands it over to you.
I'm frantically looking at my features and traits tab.
I would say even if you could do something to like give it a +1 or something like that.
I mean, I could temporarily infuse it before and then drop it when I leave.
I didn't know if you were gonna, yeah. I didn't know if
You
this
can
was
make
like a
it
swindle
smell-
shop or if you were trying to actually.
I was like,
You
just
can-
kind of hoping, just.
You could make it smell like literal shit if you wanted to. I'm sure
that is the
you'd
thing I
appreciate
can
that a
I'm not
lot.
do.
gonna lie, a dude that works with horses all day probably doesn't smell the best. So
Well,
if you
can
could
I
make
see
it,
if I could actually make some kind of physical alteration to make it more efficient, lighter, take off any extraneous parts on it?
are you proficient with tinkerer's tools?
Yes.
Do you have tinkerer's tools?
Believe I should. Let me check my pack.
Because I know you get to choose as an artificer, I believe.
I have thieves' tools on me. I don't have tinkerer's tools on me.
Thieves tools. So roll a d20 and add your intelligence modifier.
Okay. And I am proficient in thieves' tools, so could I have my proficiency?
Well, for tinkerer's tools, so I'm gonna let you use just your intelligence modifier since you don't have the tools.
Okay.
And it's gonna be a little
Plus-
higher DC because you don't have the tools on hand.
Okay. That's an 8
With an
plus
8.
4, 12.
Even with a 12, there's not really a whole lot you can do tinkering wise on it.
Can I act like I did something? I'm just gonna physical just pretend to do something to it. Just hit some tools on it, screw in some things, unscrew some things. Yeah, why don't you try that out?
And he looks at you and he kind of sits there and holds the hammer and kind of weighs it back and forth in his hands. He's like, I'm really sorry. Roll a deception check.
Oh no, you've fallen into Ben's trap.
No!
That's what he's good at. No, it's
No!
natural one.
Nat 1.
Why? Why?
Oh.
And
no.
Ben kind of looks at you and he goes, I'm really sorry, man, but be honest with me, you didn't do anything, did you?
Well, I tried my best to optimize the weight distribution there on the hammer, but as I said, I'm kind of limited by the tools that I have at me.
I appreciate you trying. I appreciate it. And Ben just kind of walks off before before you can ask for any money.
After he walks off, Fezzik gets up and he kicks his sign to the ground.
Oh no.
Okay.
And he's gonna go sulk by the water.
Oh, conveniently right by Rain as he's still trying to listen real close and see if there's anything in the tent. He'll notice you walk by Fezzik and he'll say, oh, that didn't look like it went as planned.
Man, how's your snooping going there, bud?
I don't think anybody's in here, but that doesn't make sense. They seemed genuinely nervous about what's inside.
Sounds like a fun mystery.
Say, Fezzik, you're good at talking to people, right?
Oh, I thought I was. I'm starting to doubt that now. I think I've lost my edge.
Oh, you mess up every once in a while. That's always been the case. Remember that one time when you tried to sell off one of those fake swords you got to the black markets and they found out about that and we had to book it out of there as fast as we could?
Sure. That's totally what happened.
You see that guy over there by the water?
Yeah.
Maybe we should try to ask him and see if they know anything about this strange woman who's in this. I mean, if she's that weird, why don't they just kick her out, you know?
Can you not just don't you just go in?
Well, they told us not to. I don't want to be. I don't want to completely just blatantly disregard everything they've asked us to do. You know,
Yes,
we are
definitely
guests
wouldn't
here.
do that. Okay, I'll talk
They
to
are
him.
giving
if
us
you
a
want.
place to stay.
I'll talk to him.
And about that
Physical
time,
approach that person.
Tali, you see a pretty stocky-looking guy step out of the back of the carriage there and gives a big stretch. Starts looking around and he's like, "So, heard somebody wants to have a little bit of a competition." And starts making his way towards the fire.
Oh no! But that's
What's going on,
Blargle.
John? That was the Yargle token, but it's not
Yeah.
Yargle.
Oh.
Yeah. What's going on, John? Oh, well, that goblin over there said that, she thinks she can take you in a fight. You're serious? I mean, she said she wanted to fight. Said she was looking to throw some hands. Does Tali say anything? Is Tali there? Tali! So is anybody else doing anything while we wait on Tali?
Yeah,
going
Fez,
to-
Hedrick, are you still
I was going
poking
to
and prodding?
once this fight started.
Oh, okay.
Like once the fight started, people started paying attention to it, but until then,
Okay.
Oh yeah, where is Haderach anyway? I haven't seen him since we got here, pretty much.
oh yeah, he's probably doing something completely ordinary, nothing interesting.
Whatever he did this morning, that was definitely not ordinary. So that was just regular food, like.
Oh my god, how many times are we gonna have to go over this?
that's
So-
what normal food tastes like.
As Kepi comes out, everybody kind of starts taking up spots to watch this spectacle. And of course, it's like the schoolyard where as soon as somebody hears the word fight, everybody starts coming around to watch. I'll say that one goes here.
All this is happening.
So,
I want to get
without actually getting into the fight, we'll say that the fight it will go ahead and commence. And so while that's going on, we'll let you kind of do your thing.
Yeah, I want to specifically the guy who initially told us to not go in that tent.
John. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, John. With this fight, does it look like he or anyone else might be exchanging money, had bets going around, anything like that?
Oh yeah, there's all sorts of, you could see them all like taking out their coin purses and kind of picking through them, and you can't hear numbers going around, but people are definitely betting on it.
All right, I think this one was John.
We'll say sure. Yeah.
Sure.
Here, I'll go ahead and we'll just.
I'll move around and like walk up behind him, and just
mark him as John.
before I get past him, I'll drop invisibility and hop up on the cart. Invisible there. I'll jump up kind of on the cart, so I'm kind of sitting up a little taller than my short self is,
Okay.
and I'll pull out my newly gathered 3 gold. And look at me like, well, I got 3 on the little one.
Oh, 3 silver?
3 gold.
Oh. Oh, wow, is she really that good?
I like to swing big.
And you see him kind of turn over to the guy to
How
his
about
left
this?
and starts whispering something.
How
Do you
about
think-
this?
Yeah.
I put
Yeah,
the 3
I
gold.
could probably cover you. Oh, okay, cool. And John looks back up at you. He goes, "All right, yeah, we could do 3.
Okay.
Just
3 gold it is then.
just 50-50 odds, right?
Sorry, I had to do something back.
Winner take all.
Winner take all. Yeah.
All right, perfect. So yeah, Tali.
Yes.
You know, as everything was starting to wind down for the night, this stocky guy kind of steps out of the back of that wagon and stretches and finds you and says, "So, you're looking to throw some fisticuffs?"
For coin.
Wow. I'm not gonna hurt you, am I? Like, this is all just for fun, right?
I mean, just using fists, so
I
don't
mean-
plan on killing you.
But yeah, if I punch you really hard, I don't want to I don't want to hurt you.
I mean, I just decapitated a giant earlier with my hammer. I think it'll be fine.
Okay. You sure you don't want to just arm wrestle or something? Like I feel bad about fighting a girl and a little girl at that. Like this is I mean, come on, it's unorthodox.
I'm just gonna punch him.
All right, go ahead and roll for attack.
I'm just gonna split second rage because he's like, I don't want to hurt a girl, and I'm just like,
No.
punch.
You said punch first, so I'll give you a surprise punch without rage.
Alright, one surprise punch. Natural 20.
Oh my god.
All right. Yeah.
So is that 10 damage?
What's your strength modifier?
I do 5 in unarmed strike.
5 on an unarmed strike. All right. Yeah. So you rear back, and that comment just pissed you off, and you almost act like you're going to walk away, and then turn around, jump, and Superman punch him right between the eyes. And you get very, very close to just knocking him out. 1 hit KO before he even has a chance to realize what's going on. And with that,
Roll to determine how much money was just lost in an
I
instant.
think does anybody need to take a break? Because this would be a good time to go ahead and take our break if we're going to take a 15-minute.
Take a quick one.
Cool. All right. Well, yeah, we'll say we'll be back at 25 after. All right. If everybody is back, I believe it's time to roll some initiatives.
That is unfortunate.
There. You got the first punch.
You did get the first punch.
Why is he called a Titan Shifter?
That's,
That's a little bit frightening.
surely there won't be any suspicious behavior going down in this fight.
Oh lord.
No worries. Don't worry about it.
Surely.
All right. So, taking that one on the chin, you hit him pretty damn good. But as he takes that hit and kind of stumbling back, he just kind of looks at you and nods, and he goes, "Okay. All right. See how it's gonna be." And he will use his bonus action to get one size larger as his body starts to swell. And he looks pretty damn big now. He was big before, but he almost doubles in size. And
can I interrupt?
yeah, go ahead.
If Fezzik wanted to do something from the crowd, would he need an initiative?
Yeah, go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
Okay, so roll a 9. Okay. And then, so he is going to go ahead and take 2 unarmed strikes towards you.
I do want to press a fist that before I got in the ring, since I was gone for that moment, I would have given my Weasel to Ember to hold on to.
Okay. So these are actually going to be... First one is going to be a 27 to hit. And that is going to be 7 damage. Halved, because you are raging. And the second one incoming.
So then, do your
Gonna be a 14 to hit.
14 will miss.
Miss. So he hits you with the first one, misses with the second one, and begins to circle you. He's like, alright. Come on then.
Then I'm gonna start swinging.
Go for it.
Can I do my thing? Because I'm after him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
like-
Fezzik, what are you gonna try to do?
Can I try to stealthily cast a spell?
Go for it. What are you trying to cast?
I would like to cast Enlarge on Tally.
Okay. Roll me a sleight of hand check.
Ooh, 9.
So as you begin to cast the spell, this one here grabs your hand and shakes her head. This is supposed to be a fair fight.
Did you not see that guy? He kind of just grew twice his size.
Pretty sure your little raging goblin friend over there has an advantage as well.
I'm gonna start swinging.
I'm assuming you're
I'll
raging.
let it happen this way then.
Yep, 23. That's another 5.
Alright.
That is a. I don't think that's gonna hit.
12
That's a 12.
will miss. Actually,
Then
give me 1 second, because I need to figure out what that would be. Hold on.
actually, no. If I'm raging, it's bludgeoning damage. So that would be 7 instead. Only for this one, not for the one I did before, because the
Okay.
one before I wasn't raging. So,
So
this
minus
one
another
is
2.
7.
Okay,
Then
so
bonus action to take the 3rd swing for 2-weapon fighting because I'm not using my lightning because I don't want to be unfair by using that. But he did just turn into a giant. So no, Tally said fisticuffs only, so she's sticking with it. So 3rd strike. And I don't think another 12's gonna hit. No.
give me 1
And
second
I
so I
should-
can check. And yeah, that will not hit.
No, so I'll just stand there and keep my fists up raised to go.
I like it. You got some spunk. And he is going to come at you again with the 1-2 punch. Ooh, first one is going to probably miss with a 12.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna come here.
And And second one is a
That will.
26. So
6 will hit me.
he will hit you for 7, halved. And then he
So-
is going,
Is that
to-
3 or 4?
so that'd be a 3. So
Alright.
for 3 damage. And then he is going to use his bonus action to attempt to grapple you. So his athletics versus your athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
Cool. That's the same for both.
It's a 16.
Sure, acrobatics, why not? Can certainly try.
17. Nice. You don't even have to roll with advantage. So as he tries to grab hold of you, you kind of slip out of his reach and prepare yourself for your next volley of attacks. Fezzik, you gonna try anything else?
We'll wait out this round and see how it keeps going.
Alright.
I turn to Fezzik and say, I envy that man.
The guy that got big?
Yeah, the guy that's pummeling the shit out of that goblin.
I think Tally's holding her own pretty well, actually.
Ashland's ready.
Nice.
So that is 14.
Right.
Because I am currently raging, so that is, 7 times 2. And
Let's
then
see.
second strike is another natural 20.
Holy shit!
Oh my
Very nice.
god.
So another 14. Just punching his kneecaps in at this point.
I turn to Fezzik and say, but that's not why I volunteered to step into the ring.
Alright.
That's
So,
Maybe
yeah.
there's someone else you should be
So
envying,
that's-
kid.
3.
So that's 30... 38? 2 14s?
14s and then another 7.
Right.
35 to 1 go.
Oh, so 35 total.
35 total.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you hit him with that 1-2, and he almost blacks out again by this little goblin who is just giving him hell. He is going to take a step back. He's going to use his bonus action to regain some hit points here. And that'll be another
Not
8 to
much.
him.
Oh,
Then-
critically bad, so that's only an 8.
He is going... So it will be... Make sure this is correct. Here it is. Okay. Yep, he is going to take his first attack, and he is going to try to grapple you again.
Okay.
So, athletics, acrobatics, your choice. It's 24.
I don't know if I can beat that, but I'll give it a
And
shot at
he-
athletics this time.
Does have advantage, I believe,
15.
but he
I'm not
doesn't
gonna make
need it. So, as you try to bound out of the way, he grabs you and looks at you, and he's like, yeah, I'm not letting you go this time. So, I need you. Strike.
Am I able to hop in before this happens? Or, like, after Tally's pinned?
So right now, Tally is just grappled. But after Tally gets grappled, where is it? he is going to... Okay, so I would have to do that on the next turn. Just making sure. Okay, but while he has you grappled, he is going to use his second attack to swing at you with advantage.
Well, he can still hit me while I'm grappled? Will he still miss?
Yes.
Would
16.
he still be able to... 16 would hit me.
Yes.
Okay.
So... It'll be 8 half down to 4.
Boy, he finally took me down to the 40s.
And he is going to action surge. And I need you to make another athletics or acrobatics check, your choice.
Go acrobatics this time. No, that's not happening within that one.
Oh my! Oh no!
That
So
one was at 20.
he picks you up and just slams you down on the ground as hard as he can. And you will take 3 down to 1 bludgeoning damage as he slams you onto the ground, and you are now considered restrained. So his attacks will have advantage and yours will have disadvantage.
Oh, how am I restrained?
He picked you up and slammed you onto the ground, and he is now on top of you in a mount position.
Oh, okay.
May I hop in?
Little out of hand.
Okay.
And Fezzik, it is your turn.
Okay, Fezzik's seen enough. He's gonna just like, he's gonna say, I gotta go piss. And then he's gonna hop over behind the tent and then attempt to cast Enlarge on Tally.
Make a sleight of hand check. As you begin to do it again, you hear the same woman. She starts yelling out, "He's cheating! This one over here, he's cheating! He's trying to cast a spell! I saw him! He's doing it! He's done it twice now!" Do you keep casting?
Is anyone reacting to this, or are they?
I mean, yeah, people are starting to turn their heads from the action as she's shouting.
Fezzik's like, I just wanted to add some excitement, and then I'll cast. I think I have thaumaturgy. What can I do? Yeah, he's gonna cause some flames to flicker like fireworks above the fight. I'm just making it more interesting. Relax.
Okay. Roll me a deception check.
I swear to God, if I don't get a good roll on a +7 on again, I've not rolled anything good. What is this?
Nobody believes you. Nobody believes you right now.
Well, I still haven't cheated
apologize for my
officially,
friend's
so
behavior.
too bad. This is I'm just gonna say it. I think this caravan, not good people. They get to cheat against Tally, but we don't get to even the odds, and we're the bad guys. Jeez.
I mean, you said you wanted to fight the biggest guy in the camp. I mean,
Okay.
they went and pulled a guy out of a cart who was
They
sleeping.
can't act like this isn't. They have the moral high ground in this situation. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
Okay.
I apologize for my friend. He's not normally like this. I don't know what's gotten over him.
Hey, Rain, weren't you gonna sneak into this tent when the fight was over?
Sneak into the what? I'd never tried any such
God.
thing.
Oh God.
Hmm.
Wow. He's just putting him on blast. Doing anything else with your
Just
turn?
put it on blast.
Nope, that's my turn. I'm just giving Rain the stink eye now. He's trying to high ground me.
All right.
Mhm.
Alright, well,
Tolly.
he already has advantage, so it doesn't matter now. So I'm just gonna. What is it called?
You're gonna reckless.
I'm gonna reckless. He already has advantage, so what else is?
So with disadvantage and advantage, just one roll.
Yep. So just be straight rolls. Oh, that's not gonna hit.
9 does not hit.
Does a 24 hit?
So, as you slip one of your hands free and you go to punch him in the face, this weird shield kind of pops up in front of him. I need you to go ahead and re-roll that attack one more time.
Alright.
Wait, also, doesn't he have disadvantage on the rolls?
Well, he's reckless attacking,
He's reckless.
Oh,
which would
okay.
give him advantage. So yeah, with a
Gotcha.
12, you try to slip your fist in between this weird runic shield that pops up, and it doesn't connect.
I'm just gonna snarl and be like, this is supposed to be fisticuffs. What's this bullshit?
Yeah, can we roll a perception check from the audience?
Is anybody proficient with Arcana?
Yes.
Whoever's proficient with Arcana, go ahead and roll me an Arcana check. Okay. Is anybody else proficient, or is it just Bezic?
I'm half proficient.
If you want to roll, you can too. So yeah, both of you have heard of something like this before. It's only been talked about in stories, and you've never really seen one in person, but you've heard of rune knights. And basically they are able to invoke specific runes that are tattooed on their bodies to cause certain things to happen in combat. One of them is increasing by one size, and another is being able to put up protective barriers against people, and some of them are very good at fist fighting.
Was that like a very visible thing that just happened that we could make out?
The shield?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Then I'm gonna need to make that dex save because Tyler was like, this is gonna be a fist fight, but now you're pulling all sorts of things. It's time to get you.
So you need a
Dex save.
bonus action dex save. It's a 6.
Okay. Gonna take 4 lightning damage in the back.
Oh. So you call down this lightning, and it strikes him, and as it strikes him, you see his eyes just flare. And he is pissed. He's like, oh, so now that you're getting your ass beat, you're gonna start doing other shit? Alright.
Don't even try. You pulled out that stupid thing, and you got bigger against a small piece of me. So try and fight.
Have I hit you with
this
anything other than my fist?
ground?
The ground hit you, I didn't. So as you guys go back and forth, he just reaches up and he's gonna start wailing on you again.
This
11? And an 18.
18 will hit.
For 9 down to 4.
Okay.
An advantage?
Oh, that's... Yep, and so
Yeah.
actually that was still the first attack then.
So then that's.
So that was
not
first
good.
attack, second attack. Good thing he has advantage.
Well,
17.
that will hit. I love how we got a critical and one on that one.
So 8 rounded down to 4.
4. I'm still looking alright. How's he looking, by the way?
Then he looks pretty beat up. Those 2 haymakers you hit him with that really rocked his world. Yeah, he was pretty dazed and almost out of the fight from those 2 hits. Then bonus action. He's just gonna punch you again.
Okay.
Pushing for the nat 20, but 21 should still hit.
I mean, I hope so. Otherwise, you're breaking me too broken if my AC is that high.
For a whole 3 damage.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
And Fezzik. Doing anything?
oh, all right. Fez is getting in this woman's face, and he's gonna face the crowd. He's gonna yell, "Oh, yeah, your boy there. You accuse me of cheating. He just used magic." And then Fez is gonna cast Enlarge on Tally. I don't care what they say.
Okay. So you cast Enlarge on Tally. So Tally, you get bigger. You are still restrained, but you're bigger.
Okay.
And now you have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
That is correct.
Okay.
Anything else?
Oh yeah, I just yeah, I'll flip off the crowd. I don't care. They deserve it.
Oh, okay.
They're hypocrites. I don't care.
What? Alright. Rain's gonna look at Fezzik and just say, like, Fezzik, I don't know what stakes you have on this fight, but, I think it's cheating if Tally gets help from outside.
Right, he was using This is supposed to be a fisticuffs fight. He was using magic. That's cheating,
Yeah,
by definition.
But it's his magic, at least. We've got you over here casting things on someone else. You're not even part of the fight.
Oh yeah, well when I was attempting to cast spell before, they didn't say she's getting help. They said he's using magic. So that must mean that's against the rules.
I think it's double against the rules.
That's not what I heard. I'm just making it even.
Okay.
He's having a rough day, okay?
All right. So I guess we go to Tolly then? Question
Tally
mark?
again. Reckless. It's strength, so straight rolls again.
Yeah.
That's probably not gonna hit.
It does not.
Probably will.
And again, as you start to fish this punch through, go ahead and re-roll that for me.
Natural one.
And yeah, this runic barrier pops up again and you smash your hand against it. And it hurts. It hurts pretty
I'm
bad.
gonna swing it. Does it stay up or does it just happen that once?
It just happens that once.
And I'm gonna swing with the third one.
No lightning?
No. 24. 7.
And for the last time, that shield pops up one more time. Go ahead and re-roll it.
So
13, that will miss. So yeah, with each of these punches, as you just keep throwing and throwing and throwing, the ones that should hit for some reason just keep bouncing off some weird barrier.
That's all Tally can really do with the mud.
All right. Next up is Ember. And Tali. You hear over your earpiece, and all of you do. You hear this little whisper. Sounds like Ember. And Ember says, "Hey Tali, why don't you just take a dive? Lose this fight on purpose. Need you to make a wisdom saving throw."
I got nothing in that. Natural.
You know what? Ember makes a lot of sense. You've had a lot of help with this fight. You probably should just take that dive.
Do want to ask, would I even have the earpiece? Because I put all my stuff away while I'm fighting. Do I even have it on me, though?
I mean, he could whisper it to you, or he could use it through the earpiece. So if you do not have the earpiece, he would know.
Don't think so, because I would have taken off all my gear from the fight, so he would just have to whisper it to me.
Let's see if he notices. Oh yeah, he noticed. He noticed you didn't have the earpiece, so you just kind of hear him shout from the corner to take a dive.
Oh, he shouts?
Well, not shouts, but he's just like, "Hey, Tali, you should probably take a dive.
Can Rain also join the initiative order at this point?
Sure.
Yes. Come on, Rain.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I rolled it with advantage, but it's the 7.
7? Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
your
sorry,
turn.
I'll
there you go. I got you. And with that, go ahead and do one of these too.
I'm curious, does what's his face notice this happen? 'Cause we're fighting next to each other.
Nice. Do what now? Does who notice?
The guy who's currently fighting, does he notice that just got
The
whisked
guy
into a
that's
tingle?
the guy that's on top of you is focused on doing nothing other than ending the fight. Like he wants to put you out. So that will end Ember's turn. And after Ember, this guy floats. Roll me a perception check. So, with a 22, you see that guy right there start casting something. You're not sure what. And Cappy swells in size a second time. And he is huge. He is freaking massive. And then right after that, Fezzik, you are concentrating on making sure that you're getting your spell off. This woman that's standing beside you reaches back to try to clock you in the face. I don't have an arm strike for her.
Come on.
It's a 12.
That does not hit.
So she swings right over your head. And she looks at you and she goes, "You fucking cheater!"
Oh, the sweet, sweet taste of irony from that sentence. Palpable.
And that will be it for their turn. Comes back around to Cappy. Or Keppy. Keppy. And
Keppy?
Epi.
Cappy. And he is going to make 2 more punches with advantage. Ooh, first.
It's
a 18?
What was cast on me? I'm kind of curious.
Cast on you or him?
On me.
Enlarge reduce. So now all of your punches will do an extra d4 of damage.
Oh, so I didn't add D4 to any of the other punches I did.
You
Well, I
didn't
didn't
hit.
want to. I didn't say that because it technically says for weapons it does that, so I didn't think that counted for fists.
I mean, I would consider a fist a melee weapon. It's a melee
Sounds
attack.
like you hit with one since you got first.
I don't
Yeah.
think it is.
It's up to you, because he just had it cast on him too, so we can either do it with or without. What would you rather do? With or without?
I mean, just doing fisticuffs anyway. I don't particularly care. I think it's fine without him.
Okay.
But I meant more so what spell, what he did to me.
Oh, Ember? Ember casts Suggestion on you.
Oh, do I get a save if I'm getting punched in the face?
Nope.
Gonna
You
try.
carry out that action until it is done.
Okay.
And just to double check. Pursues the course of action as you described to the best of its ability. Suggested course of action can continue for the entire duration which is 8 hours. If the suggested activity can be completed in a shorter time, the spell ends when the subject finishes what it's asked to do. So,
no one noticed him casting it?
who, Ember?
Yeah.
Oh, Ember did it blatant.
Oh, okay. No one stopped him?
Nobody in the initiative order.
I meant
Nobody said they were
I mean,
stopping him.
I meant none of the people that have been trying to stop Fezzik.
Well, they just watched Fezzik cast a spell with blatant
No, I'm just-
disregard. So yeah, no, nobody's gonna stop him.
I'm just trying to get
Yeah.
a sense of the way the crowd is going right now.
Yeah, basically basically we're getting close to a no holds bar thing where
We're getting close to where every single person here will probably be dead in the next fight.
Ember is basically trying to defuse the situation of his group that just walked in there and blatantly started cheating at something that was supposed to be fun by letting their guy win.
Oh, I know. I was just making. I
Yeah.
was just checking on what the mood of the crowd was.
I mean, everybody's pissed.
Yeah.
So you would take another 3 damage, and then his second attack is a 15.
No.
And then he will bonus action third. It's a 24.
That will hit.
7 rounded down to 3 again. And Fezzik, back to you.
Fezzik is going to take the disengage action and step away from this lady without provoking an attack of opportunity.
Alright.
And then I'm just making sure. I don't think I need line of sight for concentration for Mother Deuce, no?
No.
Okay,
No,
then
once you
Fezzik's gonna
cast it on the target, you're good to... Unless the spell says you have to stay within range, but I don't think Enlarge Reduce does. I think it just lasts as long as you have
Actually-
concentration.
Yeah, I'll just go all the way around behind the tent so no one can stop me from holding the spell because Fezzik's a stubborn son of a bitch.
Alright. Anything else?
Nope.
Tali.
She's just gonna sit there.
Nightpiercer.
I would like to summon Barrow.
Okay. Go grab him real quick. You have been barrowed.
Barrow's going to fly into Tali and shake his wings in her face and attempt to grant Cappy advantage on his next hit.
Oh god.
And then Barrow's gonna fly away.
He already has advantage.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Tally will remember
Nightpiercer
this.
probably doesn't know that, but
It's the thought that counts.
You know what? Fezzik's behind the tent. He didn't see this. He did not see this happen.
It's just a random owl, it's not mine.
I know
It's
you're
not
out.
my
I've
owl.
seen it. Especially with that passive perception. I know it's your owl.
Yeah, that owl that's like appears every time we want to look for something.
No, they all look the same.
Oh, that's racist.
Ember's just gonna pass his turn. And seeing you run around the back side of the tent. 15, 20. This
I swear to
guy's
God,
gonna come up.
Ember. Okay. I thought that you saying Ember was gonna do that. I was gonna be so pissed.
30, so he can get over there. So both of these guys are gonna get on either side of you. And the first one is going to try to Oh, are you getting in the initiative order?
Yeah.
All right. Alright, let's add you a turn. Oh, never mind. You already got it in there. Slide you up. So, yeah. These two are going to surround you. First one's going to try to punch you. Since they are flanking, they will have advantage. First one is a 19 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
So you just take 1 point of damage. That's it. And roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Please give me one good roll today.
With a 12. You meet it.
Yes.
Second guy is gonna attempt to also punch you. $13 hit.
13 does hit, but I'm gonna use my reaction and cast shield to give myself +5 AC.
Alright. So yeah. Same thing. These guys are just trying to come at you from both sides and punch you and get you to drop your spell, and nope, you ain't having it. And with that, it'll come back to the large man. Cappy. Ooh, I don't think a 12 hits. Second punch will be a nat 20.
Oh boy.
And that will be 10 damage. You still up, Tolly?
I'm still up, and that's 10 damage total, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm still
Yeah, it
up.
would be 20 halved for 10. And then bonus action, one more punch. So 21 to hit
Yeah, that'll hit.
for another 3 damage.
Okay.
Fezzik, back to you.
Oh, I think it's actually 5 damage on the crit because it rolled 2d6 for you.
Oh, did it already roll it in there?
I think so.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's
So yeah,
3d6
5
plus
damage.
one.
So
Alright. Okay.
yeah.
I fixed it.
So yeah, there you go. Fezzik, your turn.
Disengage, move 30 feet away. That's it.
Haderach.
Quickly rolling on the table. Boy. That's not gonna help me. Unfortunately. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna keep watching this.
All right. Tolly, still taking that dive. You're thrashing around a little bit to
Tally's-
try to make it look good.
No, she's just sitting there. She's not
Oh,
even moving at this
Just
point.
chilling.
Hallie understands basic concept of dive, but her intelligence and performance aren't good enough to perform it. She's,
Okay.
she's just literally just staring up at him like, hurry up. She's literally just gonna say, hurry up.
All right.
She's
Night
not
Piercer.
gonna put on a performance. She's just like, hurry up, taking a dive. Punch me already.
But then she's also not intelligent enough to know you can just tap out.
No, she isn't.
She's probably never had to.
Tally has never tapped out. She's either gone down swinging or taken it down.
Night Piercer's just gonna. He'll just send Barrow over the water and then back, and that's his turn.
And
Actually, I do have one question.
go ahead.
I lightning strike Barrow?
I mean, that was not stipulated, so I mean, if you feel so inclined, sure. You got
I'm very inclined.
10 feet.
What's 10-foot radius, and I was made bigger, so would the radius get even bigger too?
Let's see. So Barrow is still out of reach, but
Oh, then I'll hit him instead.
who are you gonna
This
hit?
guy right here.
Oh, okay. So I guess, yeah, Night Piercer, roll a dex save.
Okay.
18 for half damage. So you take
Takes
1
one.
lightning damage. You can tell.
Okay.
Just gonna glare at him like I know what you did.
Noted.
You can tell her heart's just not even in it anymore. Even when she wants to deal damage to you, she can't bring herself to do it. And these two, they're going to take off running after you, Fezzik.
Alright, bring it on.
Bring the roses up in here.
This one I don't believe is going to be able to get to a flanking position. But they will both get up beside you. They're going to take a couple little extra swings. Ooh, first one misses horribly. Second one might hit with an 18.
18 does it.
Alright, roll me that Constitution saving throw.
1 damage.
For 1 damage.
Come on, baby. Big number.
Nat 20!
Hey.
Nice!
As he takes the punch and he just stares. He keeps staring at the person who punched him, holding his wand out.
He doesn't even blink.
Go back to Cappy. Oh, Cappy winds up for the punch. Oh, and I don't think the first one's gonna hit with 13.
No?
Second punch.
I'm not even moving it. It's slow. That'll hit.
See if he gets that nat 20. And there it is.
There it is.
So let's just do. It's gonna try to do it with it. D6 plus 5. So that will be 10 damage total.
Okay.
And then bonus action, he's gonna try to hammer it home one more time. With another nat 20.
Yeah, he's got me. I only had 3 left after that.
Alright. So yeah, with the resounding final thud, Cappy comes down with one final forceful hit that just knocks you unconscious. And as you lay there, Cappy stands up off of you, finally realizing what had happened, and starts looking around at everybody else. He's like, what's going on? Why did you stop fighting?
I'm unconscious. I can't
He's
say anything.
going to bend down and he's going to pop a healing potion in your mouth. You're going to regain 6 hit points. And as he pours the liquid in, he's going to kind of smack you on the cheek and he's going to say, little fella, are you okay? Are you Are you good?
I've been hit harder before. I fight a lot.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, and as he reaches down, he extends an arm to try to pick you up off the ground. Fezzik, these two guys are still trying to chase you around.
Am I still enlarged? Is it still happening?
Yeah, to him, he thinks basically at this point, without really getting his bearings, he kind of still thinks that he used his thing, and that you're still tiny.
Okay, I'll take his hand and stand up, and I'll probably at this point notice difference and look at my hands and be like, in the ground and be like, hell happened to me?
And he's gonna turn around and he's gonna go, oh, Ben, what the fuck, man? Come on, seriously? I had her. You didn't have to do that. And so as soon as he says that, Ben will release concentration and he shrinks down.
Tyler's gonna look sad and disappointed, be like, this was not a fair fight. This is bad. This disgrace.
I feel the same way. Seriously, everybody? Like, come on. And he's gonna,
me beg.
he's going up and he's, Fezzik, are you doing anything?
I'm not dropping the concentration still.
You're
Oh,
still
no,
gonna
it's
hold
only
on to
lasts
it?
a minute. I feel like it's probably gonna be up to a minute at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, so it probably just wears out.
Yeah, and his will wear down too. And I know originally, Haderek, you had said that you were going to try to snoop in the tent during the deal. Were you?
Oh no, I was.
You were still watching?
Oh yeah, I was still.
Okay.
I was sitting up next to John.
Yeah. So John,
And
yeah. After the fight's done, if you stayed there, John's going to turn around and look at you and go, I'm guessing we can just call that a wash. Is that good? Like, you keep yours, we'll keep ours. Like, that got a little out of hand.
I'll kind of just keep looking out at the fighter he brought out and just be like, yes, well, a rune knight. It's been many years since I've seen one of them.
Yeah, he's definitely our muscle around here. He used to be a captain with one of the enforcer groups, but let's just say that he kind of fell out of favor. Has a little bit of a problem with authority, if you can tell.
A good man to have around. A little unfair in a 1v1 fist fight, but good to have around.
Yeah, you guys look pretty well traveled. I'm assuming you guys know what's out there. I mean, these aren't exactly the safest parts of Teren, so I mean,
I'll look at him. I'll hold the 3 gold in my hand and be like, "That's a bet. A deal's a deal." But
no, you
I'll
keep
pay.
it. Like, that was
no. You take deal's a deal. You take the gold, and
Out of
how about
curiosity, how low was he?
he had gotten all the way down to 15 hit points.
Damn, I was close.
Yeah, he literally burnt every one of his reactions that he could.
I still had I still had about 30 or so hit points until I was paralyzed.
Yeah.
I'll hand him the gold and just tell him, a bet's a bet. It's like, how about this? To make it square, you take the gold. In exchange, you give me a piece of information.
I mean, I won't say no to maybe information to make things square, but keep your gold for real. Like, it's
No.
we both know that was not supposed to go down like that.
Still a big token.
And I'll still be holding the gold out towards them and just look at it and be like,
I tell you
tell
what,
me true.
you tell me what you want to know, and I'll tell you if it's worth 3 gold or not.
Tell me
Some
true.
information's free.
What's in the tent?
mean, we told you. I mean,
Listen, I have dealt with the elderly in the past. It might be something I can help you with.
so he's gonna step down off the cart and he's gonna say, "Look, just follow me to my tent," and he's gonna motion over to this tent.
I
So
will
you both are
follow him.
gonna step over there, kind of out of earshot from everybody. While all this is going on, is anybody else doing anything?
I'm
Because
gonna
Cappy's
talk to the Rune Knight.
Because Cappy, the first thing he's going to do is he's going to walk up and he's going to punch Ben in the face as hard as he can. And Ben is basically going to be knocked out.
One shot.
Because he is pissed that Ben interfered.
Does physics see this happen?
Yep. I would say, yeah, from that angle, yeah.
Oh, Ben, looks like you can't lift your too heavy hammer now. That was the guy, right?
Yeah,
Wasn't that not the same guy?
it was.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then Pheasant's gonna
shit.
go up behind Ember. Are they still following me?
Yeah, they're still following you.
Hey, the fight.
But they're at this point they're kind of huffing and puffing. They're not really meant for the
fight's
extraneous
over.
chasing.
Okay, I'm done. The fight is over.
Fine,
We're
fine.
done.
We're good. We're good. Truce. We good?
All right. What true? You were. I didn't. Okay.
Look,
Sure.
Look. You were casting spells.
Yep.
we were
So was your guy.
Well, I mean, we didn't know that till after you cast yours, and we were chasing you.
Oh. Okay. Whatever.
But Tali, you were going up to him.
Yeah, I was gonna go up to him.
Hey, again, I'm sorry about that. Like, that was definitely not a fair fight.
Oh, I got big. I don't even know that could happen.
Yeah, I got bigger than I normally am. I didn't know that could happen either.
Tell you what. One day we'll fight just us, so no one can get in our way.
If you ever make
Settle it.
if you ever make your way back up this way, absolutely, I will take you up on that. Holy crap, though! Like, you hit like a truck or a cart. I don't know what a truck is.
Truck? Really bends for a second.
Truck
It's
was the most
something-
famous
it's-
fighter of all time.
It's something Ben's
Tyler just
working
grabs
on
his
over
hand.
there.
There's trucks. There's
He's
a radio.
talking about it
Help me.
having.
I've been here for years.
He's talking about it having 4 horsepower. I'm assuming it's because he's got 4 horses hitched to it. I don't know. It's something he talks about all the time.
I grew up fighting a lot, so I'm used to hitting things pretty hard and taking hits.
Yeah, same here. I have a problem with authority, though.
I don't know if I do or don't. Normally they're just there watching the fight.
Yeah, that lightning thing you got, that's a neat little trick. Doesn't
Oh,
really
yeah,
feel
it's pretty
good.
fun. I've struck a lot of people with it. I fried some guy before with it.
That sounds cool.
It is very cool. Oh, I'm gonna go run over and go get my hammer and bring it back because I have it clean and be like, I hit a giant's head off with this.
Oh, that's so cool. And you guys get to talking about all your mixed up adventures and the things you've seen. Is anybody else doing anything? I know we got.
Fezzik would like to talk to Ember if he gets the chance.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, you're right behind Ember. Ember's gonna turn around and go, "Hey, what's up?"
Hey, what was that? I heard that.
Oh,
we all
yeah,
kinda heard it.
I just told him to take a dive. You know.
And why would that be?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe because you guys were fucking with the fight.
Kind of roll an insight check.
Yeah, sure, go for it. An 11? Yeah, he's telling the truth.
Well, I disagree with you, but I'm glad that that's your reasoning and not that you had a bet on the fight because I honestly thought that could have been it.
Oh
So,
shit, no. Nah, I don't
yeah,
got
we
no money
can-
to bet anyway.
Fair enough. We can agree to disagree then.
But look, I'm just saying, We came into these people's camp. We challenged them to an honorable one-on-one thing. Just because the guy had other tricks up his sleeve, he didn't hit her with anything other than his fists. So technically, it's not cheating.
I mean,
Didn't-
he blocked our attacks with magic. You saw like that was using magic in the fight.
But did he hit her with it?
I don't believe he did. However, I think that using magic in a
Well,
fight that is meant for only fists would qualify
there
as
we-
using magic in the fight.
Well, agree to disagree, like you said. But look, it's over. It's done. It's over with. We got a place to stay still for the night. We don't have to trek out into the woods, because ain't no place going to be open in town right now. I can tell you that. Look, it'll be all right. Tomorrow
I
morning,
need something to eat.
go
I'm
see my
hungry.
uncle. We're gonna get some shit done. Till then, let's just wait on that Hatterick. Is that his name? Yeah, Hatterick. We need to get another breakfast from him again. That shit was delicious.
Well, I could use some food. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, let's see if we can rustle up something. So yeah, Hatterick, as John pulls you over to the side, he kind of gets in a hushed tone and he's like, "Look, I don't know how to explain it, but the lady in the tent, her name's Eva, and she's out there, but she is. You think that some of the shit you saw tonight was powerful? Like, she is very, very powerful. And we've been assigned to take her all the way to the capital, and we have just started our journey, and I really do not feel like losing our payday."
If she's not this elderly lady you were talking about, and you guys are
Oh.
not just
Oh, she's elderly.
so,
She's very elderly. But she is batshit crazy.
well, yes, I know a little something about that as well.
You're crazy? You seem pretty sane.
Well, looks can be a tad deceiving.
I mean, look, you guys seem like nice enough people. I just, it's very rare that you come across this kind of thing somewhere, and it's one of those things where we can, as long as we keep her in that tent, we're good. Like, pack up the tent, we move. She moves with the tent. Like, it's almost like a cage of sorts, but it's hard to explain. I don't know. It was one of Cappy's things from when he used to work for the Capitol. It's a magic thing. I'm not a magic user. I can't explain it.
Is there anyone who in the caravan is responsible for disassembling and reassembling this tent? Who might be more of a magic user?
I think it's probably Ben most of the time. Ben and Cappy, they're usually the two that handle it. I mean,
Okay,
I just know what's going on because, I kind of let all of them in. I kind of put this group together. I'm more of like I'm kind of like a manager. Like, for different bards and stuff like that, some of the groups have managers and,
Mhm.
that kind of thing.
I totally get you. I totally get you. Well, I'll say thank you for the information. I'll reach up and I'll like give him a little like pat on the shoulder, and as I'm bringing my hand down, I'm gonna slip one of the coins into his pocket.
Roll sleight of hand check. Yeah, with 14, he doesn't seem to notice. he's like, look, you guys seem like nice enough folks. I don't think you're. I think you're. I mean, it seems like you're just passing through, looking for a little bit of respite, off the road. I don't know. This is just. I feel like we've gotten in way over our heads with this thing, but at the same time, everybody needs to eat. I want to make sure everybody gets paid.
Totally, totally agreed. And thank you for bringing us in, letting us stay here tonight. And I'm sorry things got a little out of hand
It
out there.
happens. It's one of those things. It's just
How about this? Oh,
tempers get to flaring, testosterone. Uh,
how
I
about
mean,
this? How
I
about this?
don't.
Do you
But
do you guys have any food rations that you're planning for in the morning?
yeah, we got the basic necessity stuff. You guys need something? You guys need some food?
We'll be good, but show me where it's at, and I'll take care of you all in the morning.
Yeah, it's actually, and he points to the last 10 over here. He says, there's, all the cooking utensils and more of like our kitchen setup in there, and then the cart that's over on the south side of the fire. He points to this one over here. He's like, that's the one that's got all of our food and provisions and stuff in it.
I'll say thank you again. I'll head out looking for Ben, who's unconscious.
Yeah, Ben's unconscious. He's just laying on the ground. And at this point, everybody kind of starts to disperse and go back to what they were doing, except for Ben, who's unconscious on the ground. All right.
I'll go check out our tent for the night. See what it's like in there.
Okay. Yeah, as you walk in, it's pretty basic. There's bedrolls, a lantern, a couple furs to keep warm, just basic stuff, but enough space for the majority of you guys for you to take your rests.
Is
So
there
yeah,
a point in which everybody, not Ember, is in the tent?
I don't know. Where is everybody going for the night? Is everybody winding down, getting ready to go to sleep? Is there any other business anybody wants to attend to before we get to any type of night watches if anybody wants to do it? And I'll say that the guys in the caravan offered to do the watch for the night. Being this close to town, it's probably not going to be that big a deal.
We get a moment in the tent before Ember joins us. If Ember is joining us, I don't know if he is staying in the same tent as we are, but I would pass the information along to everybody and be like, so that tent.
So yeah, we'll say that at this point, if nobody else has anything else, that everybody convenes in the tent.
Mhm.
Is
I
that
was
cool?
just gonna keep talking to him all night about things
Oh,
we killed
okay.
and such.
So everybody but Tali then.
All right, that
Floats,
works.
are you going in the tent, going to sleep at some point? Floats. Take that as a
I
yes.
think he's out.
Floats is in the tent.
All right.
So yeah. So everybody that's there except for Tali, they all, you can disseminate what you want to.
And as once everyone is in the tent, I'll close the flaps up, kind of tiny in low voice, so no one around hears. Tell you all basically everything John told me, that the tent is not a tent, that is actually a prison for an individual the capital is wanting transported, and that if you break down the tent, it breaks down the prison, and she stays transported inside.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not going to ask any questions.
Yep, I don't want to mess with that.
I'm of a different mindset. I 100% want to mess with that.
Why do you want to mess with it?
Because it's obviously something the capital wants.
I can understand that viewpoint.
Maybe giving us a little additional leverage on this trip, maybe a little additional assistance straight from the top to make sure it gets delivered where they want. That's what these people are doing.
I don't know if the capital would be too keen on using us for that purpose if we're the ones who make things difficult for them.
Well, if they want to get it, they'd have to deal with us one way or another.
Well, ever since Amber told us that there's cameras all over the place and we're being watched all the time, I'm not sure if I'm too keen on doing something so blatant.
All right, just putting it out there.
All right,
With
so
that, because I certainly can't.
we'll say with that the night starts to come in and the first watches start being done. Is Hederick gonna make any moves throughout the night?
I don't think I am large enough to disassemble that tent by myself. And I already know I can't get into it.
True, but cells usually have keys.
This is true. They're still out talking. Is Ben still unconscious, or have they all?
I would say
turned in?
at this point, a couple hours have passed, and Ben wakes up. He's a little embarrassed, but he'll be all right after a good night's rest. He'll go back over and start washing his face in the in the river.
All right, if so, I'm gonna be wait until quite late, laying down like I'm asleep. I want to make sure everyone else in the tent is.
Was anybody planning on doing any watches, or were you guys just gonna let them do the watches?
Oh, I'll just say that right before Rain heads to sleep, he will look at Haderach and say, and he seems like very hesitant to say this, and he's kind of like looking off in the corner, looking down a little bit. He's like, you know, would you happen to mind it if you're going to make food again, like this morning? If you could wake me up so I could maybe see how you do that. That would be kind of cool, or something.
Of course, I will see you in the morning then.
Really?
Bright and early.
Cool. He just wants first dibs. It's
All right. And he seems like audibly quite happy about this as he goes to sleep for the night.
I could certainly use the assistance of cooking for all the people here.
I'll probably just talk until I either pass out or something. I'll get my weasel eventually from get my weasel back though. Make sure it's fed.
Yeah, at some point, Cappy looks at you, Tolly, and says, "Well, I don't know about you, but My head's fucking ringing. I gotta go lay down. Got an extra spot. I'll take your silence as a no. And
Tally's not saying no, she's thinking. She'll wait. Then she'll follow him.
okay.
He's the first person that went into an honest-to-goodness brawl with her and did very well, so she's impressed.
Well, there you go. So that's where Tolly's staying for the night. So yeah, we'll say that the first watch goes by. I'm assuming you're waiting till like early in the morning, like 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Ignore the thunder strikes in the night.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and pull that in there.
Yeah, and then I'm
Wait, what
gonna
is going on in there?
I'll cast invisibility on myself and slip out of the tent.
Okay.
And my first thought would be to find Cappy.
Okay.
Probably.
You saw where Cappy came out of.
Yeah.
And you hear the commotion going on inside the wagon, so.
And probably would leave that for a moment.
And I would say, yeah, at this point, there's probably a sentry here, sentry there, and then put Ben's tent there, one more there, sentry, and for sake of easement, we'll kind of have them all in the wagons.
All right. So I'll
So yeah,
head out invisible, kind of down towards the water
Mhm.
to come up and start to go through the other sleeping arrangements to try to find Ben.
Okay. And I'll say just roll me a general, just roll an investigation check. That'll work. With a 10, takes you about an hour, but you're kind of invisible. There's a little bit of a breeze coming
Very
off
invisible.
the river, and there's a little bit of rustling of the tents at night, so you're able to peek through, and after a while you figure out that yeah, Ben's in that tent.
All right. And looking in, there's just two of them in the tent.
Yeah, it seems to be him and one other person have sleeping arrangements on either side. We'll say that. There you go. That's a little bit easier. So yeah, you got one guy on this side, Ben's closer to that side, so that's where the entrance of the tent is right there. So Ben would be on your left, the other guy'd be on your right.
I want to sneak in, give a quick go through of Ben's thing, seeing if I can find anything that would be key-like to something like this.
Okay, roll me just a stealth check with advantage. Okay, yeah, you are like a ghost. And I'd say with that, now you can roll me a investigation with advantage. With a 28, yeah. And even with a 15, you're able to kind of look through a couple of his things. You see a tiny coin purse. You see a couple other, like a dagger, there's a light crossbow laying by his bed. But eventually you see almost like a necklace, kind of like a rune decorated necklace that's kind of hanging from his neck.
It obviously stands out from like the rest of his belongings.
It
and
is
all that.
literally about the only thing on him that looks like it could potentially be a key.
We're gonna sleight of hand that.
Go for it. I'll give you advantage. With a 28 stealth, yeah. $15. So as you reach over and you're kind of fishing it round the back of his neck. It's just for curiosity's sake. Yeah. So as you're fishing it from around the back of his head, he kind of rolls over in his sleep and you stop. You're like, okay, start fishing it a little more, and eventually you get it off from around his neck without him waking up.
My sleight of hand checks need to be better.
+7's not bad.
It's not bad, but I can't like it doesn't help.
I
If
can't
roll,
get
like,
it to a
3.
35 at level
I know,
5,
right?
you know, like, come on.
Yeah, in that case, I'm gonna
Moose,
sneak
buddy.
back out and make my way back towards the tent itself.
Okay.
Just so we're, I think, yeah. So I'll have. You said it took me about an hour to find.
So yeah,
him.
you're coming up on 2
Oh.
a.m.
I'll use another second level slot to keep invisibility up
Okay.
during all that.
You are still invisible and undetected at this point.
And I'm going to see if I can figure out how this, if this necklace has anything to do with this tent, this traveling tent prison.
Okay. So are you, like, when you say you're going to try to figure out if it has anything to do with it, or how are you
Is there,
gonna...
looking at that at the entranceway and the image that it is projecting, is there any place on that image where it looks like I could place this necklace in a way?
Not really. Like I said, it's basically like you should be able to walk into it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know if there was like...
So, yeah, you don't see
like
anything
the image
that would...
had like the image of like a table with like a jewelry box, and I could like place it on that flat section and or something.
No.
Okay.
Nothing like that.
And just touching the necklace to the tent doesn't
So
do
is-
anything to them.
Okay, is that what you're going to do? You're going to touch the necklace
Yeah.
to the front of it? Yeah, so as you touch the necklace to the front of the doorway, you see kind of an outline break in the doorway. Almost like you could stick your hand into it and open it like a door. Or pull it open like a tent.
I will do so.
All right. And do
I
you
feel like
step
I'm
in?
watching a horror movie.
He's
Don't
just
go to
gonna
the
never
door.
be found again.
Don't open the door.
Don't go in
What are
there,
you
he's gonna
doing?
kill you!
Don't go in there. Don't go
Oh,
in
no.
there.
It's gonna be the end
Alright.
of him.
Reveal areas. All right.
Exactly what Tally's gonna say. When,
So you're stepping in?
Well, let's step in, yeah.
All right. So, yeah, as you step in, magic flames cast a reddish glow over the interior of the tent, revealing a low table covered in a black velvet cloth. Glints of light seem to flash from a crystal ball on the table as a hunched figure peers into its depths. As the crone speaks, her voice crackles like dry weeds. At last you've arrived.
I'm gonna
Crackling laughter bursts like mad lightning from her weathered lips.
I'm gonna close the door tent flap thing behind me. Go over. Is there like a stool or something in front of the table?
Yeah,
across
there's
from
a
her?
there's a table there.
I'll come sit down across the table from her, drop invisibility, and just smile and say, "Well, hello, dear."
How are you? I was wondering how long it was going to take for you to show up.
It took me a little longer than intended. Got a little hung up.
I can tell. Is there anything specific you wanted to talk about, Hederick? Maybe you'd want your fortune read, or I don't know, maybe you have questions?
Just look at her and just say, "How do I get rid of this?"
You have to be more specific. There's a lot of things you'd like to get rid of.
And I'll bring my hand down across my face just to let the whatever this stupid thing is called, the aspect of former dread
Yeah.
kind of show through, and bring the hand back up so it disappears.
Oh, so that's what you want to get rid of. Roll me a persuasion check. With a 23, she looks at you and laughs again. Hedrick, you already know the answer to that. You know what you have to get. And you know the only way to get it. But surely you didn't just come in here to ask me that. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we could trade something.
What do you have in mind?
Oh, well, I mean, look outside. You guys have seen it. Well, some of you have. Those carts out there, they contain vast wealth and riches. And I can help you get it. But I need your help.
Only I have no need of vast wealth and riches.
Everybody does. Everybody needs wealth and riches.
I only need one thing.
Yes, to get rid of that dreadful curse. Is that what we're calling it?
It is what it is.
You know, you tamper with spirits long enough, some of them start to dwell within you.
It was not by choice.
The gift maybe not, but the acceptance definitely was.
An acceptance under duress.
Acceptance nonetheless. I tell you what. If you can get me out of here, then maybe I can help you find this thing that you're looking for to put that nastiness at bay.
So tell me, what is your connection to the spirit realm?
Oh, I mean, divination. I only speak with them when I want, though. When I need answers. When I want to see something.
Well, if you cannot help me with my issue, can you at least explain to me what happened to Floats?
I could. But first I need out of this tent.
Oh, getting you out's not a problem.
Well, perfect. What are we waiting for?
I just want some answers.
I've given you the one question you asked.
You tell me this, I open that.
So what do you exactly want to know about Floats?
How is it that a spirit came to inhabit him? And how do we remove it?
You're not a man of religion, are you?
God, no.
Well, that's where you need to start. Possession and exorcism are one and the same. Somebody has to let one in, somebody has to take one out.
What good is it being a conduit for these things if they're so unruly?
I can't expect you to understand, but your friend Rain out there definitely understands about wanting more power, wanting to right wrongs and fight for what they believe in.
Because they're a fool.
If you can't
No.
beat them, join them.
Use my mage hand to flick the door open behind me and just sit there.
Is that my offer to leave?
You know me. You know who I am. You know the establishment I run.
I do.
You get out of here, I want to see you there.
I don't think our paths are going to cross very soon, though. You have a lot of work ahead of you.
Indeed, but I plan to get done with that work.
Hmm.
And when I'm done with that work, we have more to discuss.
Interesting. I tell you what, since you've been so nice, give me just a second. So, as she sits there, you see she takes out a little wicked lighter. Then she starts going around the table and lighting small little bundles of incense. And as the smoke rises and it fills the room with this sweet, aromatic smell, her eyes flash white. And she looks at you and she says, "Ask me anything you want that I can answer with yes or no. And I'll tell you."
Will I obtain capital's collar.
It is uncertain, but yes. If you continue this path, then yes.
And I just wave open the door.
And as she steps outside,
And as she walks by, I let her know, it's like I still expect to see you come by the end when this is all over.
don't worry, I will. And as she steps outside, she moves over to this tent. And you can still see her from the tent. Are you turning around to watch her leave?
Nope.
No? Okay. So, yeah. She... poof. Disappears. What are you doing now?
I will burn my last. Now I'm going to take a look around the tent real quick.
Okay.
See what things she left behind.
Okay, roll me an investigation check. With an 11. So as you're digging around and you're looking and you're looking and you're like, this old hag didn't have anything in here, you find right underneath where she slept, as you kind of lift up the mattress, there's a sack of 100 electrum pieces. And they're stamped with the symbol of the capital.
I'll pocket that, use my last second level spell to cast invisibility. On the way out, I will relock the tent.
Okay.
Head back to Ben to get what I assume is fairly inevitable, but may as well check.
Okay. So you go back to the tent, and you're
Yeah.
going to try to, like, slip the necklace back onto him?
Well, I want to take a look in. I wouldn't be surprised if he was no longer living, but I want to take a look in.
Yeah, roll me a perception check. Just from the front of the door, if you're just peeking in.
Yeah. I want to see if there's... Yeah, 21.
Damn, look at you.
So you're watching, and to anybody else, he would probably look asleep. But as you're watching, you're not seeing any chest rise and fall.
But he's
So without
he's
getting
dead,
closer
but
and actually doing a medicine check, you can't tell, but the way it looks right now, he looks dead.
Well, yeah, but he's whole. He's not.
He is
dead.
whole, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'll go ahead and slip everything back over his neck.
Okay. Roll me one more stealth check with advantage. So yeah, you get the necklace put back on, and you're able to
Where did he
retreat out
go?
the
Or
tent
did he never
without
exist?
making any noises.
And I'll sneak back into our tent for whatever remains the night before my early watch time wake up.
All right. So you manage to make your way back in the tent, and as the night goes on and the time goes on, I would say at this point you're able to get at least 6 hours, because you probably spent about 2 hours going back and forth. But from your 2 hours up, plus if are you getting up early to make breakfast, or are you gonna try to make sure you get at least your 6 hours?
No, I'll 100% take a point of exhaustion if needed to get up early.
Just roll if you don't care about it, then just go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
I'm not advantage. Oh, that's right. That's why. Still bad.
So yeah, you do
I
take
forgot
1
half
point of
my work.
exhaustion.
Yeah, okay.
So what time does everybody start getting up usually?
I'd probably get up pretty early and I'd be like, I may have lost the battle, but I won the war.
And
That's it.
as you say that, are you like waking Cappy up?
Yeah, I'll wake him up. That'll be my comment.
So as you go to shake and wake Cappy up, he's not moving.
Mm,
And as you
I
look
guess I'll-
closer at him, his skin is pale.
I'm gonna do something really quick.
Gonna kill him in the ring, kill him in bed.
Yeah, I killed him in bed. How was that? That's what I
You
rolled
just
out.
took those last 15 hit points.
Jesus.
Huh. I'm just gonna think for a moment. You know, I could kill people this way. I'll just leave. I'll assume he died from that with that 7.
Okay. All right. So yeah, Hatterick is you come out and you're going back and forth and getting everything, going to the kitchen, going to the cart, you're grabbing supplies and food and all that fun stuff, and you're getting it together and you're setting it up. Shortly after everybody else starts to wake from your party, and all your party members slowly emerge from the tent or whatever sleeping arrangements they had that night, but none of the rest of the camp seems to get up.
Would I have also gotten up early to help Haderach make food?
Yeah, I would
Sure.
have got you up
Yeah.
as well.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, so are you trying to kind of glean from him, or are you trying to watch him to make sure he doesn't do anything to the food?
Oh, I'm trying to help.
So if you're
And-
trying to
and
help,
learn.
just roll me a d20 and add your intelligence modifier.
Okay. So just an intelligence check?
Yeah.
Okay. It's an 11.
11? You're picking up some of it. You're seeing kind of a little bit of you're not quite sure what they are as far as spices go, but he's throwing a little bit of that in. He's teaching you what sous vide means. He's doing all sorts of things that you didn't know could be done with food, but
Very, very
again,
interesting.
looks really damn good.
Would I be able to sort of tell that Haderach seems a bit worn out though? Not very well rested?
Roll me a perception check. With a 20? Yeah, he looks a little more tired than he usually does.
Okay. I'll kind of whisper to Haderach, like, I know you're tired, but I was thinking about what you said last night, and you know what? Maybe we should go into that that woman's tent.
That's. I don't know if going in is the right choice right now.
Oh, you changed your mind?
Well, I thought maybe taking it with would be the good way to go. But going in, you never know what you might find.
Oh, right. But how would we take such a large tent with us?
There's plenty of us. It's only a single tent.
All right, well, do you want to get started on that before the others wake up?
Let's finish up here for when everyone else is up. I think if right now it might be a little too late with just the two of us, but we'll see what happens.
Right, right. The food comes first.
Yep, exactly. And so we'll continue on with that.
Okay.
I
So,
think
yeah.
I guess we're still the only two up, or
Still
is...
the only. I would say you're probably the only two up for a good hour and a half
Okay.
while you're making breakfast, and slowly everybody else wakens and comes out of their respected abodes for the night. And Ember, who left for the night, starts walking back down the road, and all you hear him yell is, "What the fuck?" And he starts running into the camp. He's like, "Oh, holy shit, what the fuck happened?"
What do you mean what happened? Oh, we're just making
Jesus
this isn't
Christ.
magical. This is just
No,
regular food, Ember.
And Ember
what's the big
just
deal?
starts running around. He's like, "Oh Jesus, oh, fucking God, ah!" And he runs up to you, Fezzik, and roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
What, Fezzik?
I did nothing wrong. Okay. That's an 8. I didn't
So
do anything.
you feel the same type of grip that Ember has had on you before. You feel it again, but this time um it's more antagonistic, and he looks you dead in the eye and he goes, "Tell me right fucking now, did you kill any of these people?"
What the fuck? No.
Holy shit.
I didn't
And
kill
you
shit.
feel
What the hell are you talking about?
you feel it instantly dropped, and Ember is just running around from patrol to patrol, and every patrol that was out on the road is laying in the road dead. And as he moves from tent to wagon, they are all dead. Every one of them.
Just point at the one that I was like, that one might have been my fault.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
You...
So, Tali, did you kill these people?
What? Oh no, I just meant him.
Oh my god. Oh shit. Alright, well,
I'm probably
oh, God.
still. I'm trying to think of the word to
Wait,
say this.
Ember, what
She
the
hasn't
hell's going
cleaned
on?
up.
They're all dead. Every fucking one of them's dead.
Oh,
And so he is gonna run around, and he's gonna try to find. I guess it would be John. Probably be the one.
Johnny Bravo, no.
So he's gonna find John's body. He's gonna pull him back here to the water. And ironically enough, you've seen the same thing cast on a weasel. But Ember is going to attempt to raise dead on this one person. And let's see. All right. And with an 11, John comes back to life with 1 hit point. And as John sits up and gasps, he goes, Which one of you did it? Which one of you let her free?"
What?
And that is where we are going to end tonight's episode, folks.
Oh
Shit.
shit.
Oh, no.
And I might have gotten away with it too if it hadn't have been for you meddling kids.
That is
Oh,
wow.
Shit.
Shit just got real.
Well, that's really cool.
So yeah, good game tonight, fellas. That was that did not go as I planned it, but we adapt and